So you guys are sparring?
Yeah. He was dabbling in some MMA, and we were sparring. I hit him.
You were amateur at the time, right?
I hit him with one of those like silver front kicks, like underneath here.
Oh.
And he just collapsed. And I thought he was playing.
Were you amateur at the time?
Yeah, I never knocked somebody out like that. So
right.
I was like, this dude is like, he either wants out or
he's
tired or something. But then like he couldn't figure out where he was, who we were, why he was there. And I was like, oh, something is badly wrong here.
Oh, he didn't know what was going on.
Didn't know anything.
Damn.
Nothing.
All right.
Why am I here? What happened to me? And I was like, oh shit.
You fucked the wrong one.
we hit the reset button. You know, the Nintendo. Yeah. We had to unplug it.
Well, episode 65, Menace of the Man. We're joined by Chris Wade. How are you, Chris?
How you guys doing?
Whew.
We finally made this shit happen.
Yeah.
I know. I was almost the first episode of this podcast, and now look at it.
Yeah.
How long's it been?
That was May.
Yeah. You were almost the first episode of video.
No. That was Rashad and Yves Edwards. He was our first episode in G Fuel.
Yes.
When we tried to branch out on our own. And
no, but Rashad was the first. No, we were trying to do the first.
No, that was Austin Vanderfort was our first video chat. You're saying
right,
Wade was in studio with us.
Fuck off.
You don't remember this?
No, you're right.
We were talking about CTE, Menace. You don't remember?
I say this very few times, but you're right, Stan.
Oh, you say that pretty often.
No, I don't.
We're enjoying some Great South Bay Brewery beer.
Yes, we are.
And you know this place, Chris.
Honey Ale. Yeah, my boy Brian.
I'm going with the therapy right now.
Me up lately.
They're always speaking and singing Chris Wade's praises.
Rick, Brian. Actually, my boy has a birthday party there soon. I'm gonna show up. He doesn't know I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm gonna kick him in the liver like you did to that bartender.
Yeah.
There. You remember that?
Oh, right.
Dude, you dropped that guy.
Stan, I don't think. Did you come to that?
I have the video of that still.
What bartender?
Well, no, I threw a party at Great South Bay Brewery, and this one bartender was being like, I don't know.
He was cool.
But
he knew we fought, and he wanted it. He was adamant that he wanted to be struck by a MMA fighter.
So he asked LaFleur.
And me.
Oh, you turned it down too?
Yeah, I turned it down. I'm not hitting that guy. He looked like he was ready to fold up, bro.
Then I was a few sheets to the wind. And he was like, well, ask Dennis. And then LaFleur was like, no, don't ask Dennis.
Yeah, exactly.
So he pulls me over. I'm like, what? You want a liver shot? Okay. Stand like this.
Like Dennis doesn't like hitting people drunk. Come on, bro.
That's Dennis's hobby.
Yeah, that's actually my favorite pastime.
One of his favorite things is like, oh, you think you could take a leg kick?
We're working on a compilation of Menace hitting me out drunk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm pointing that out.
Man, I probably had to hit you like 60 more times to make it like a nice video.
Oh, yeah. We want like a and
Every
it's
second.
over.
Yeah.
Over and over.
Not really too much of a setup, just the fucking strike. Like, wham, 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 wham. And I'm just folding every which way.
I have the video still.
Oh,
and
wow.
this dude, you hit him with like a left liver shot.
Yeah.
And he folded like a lawn chair, bro. He was
and then
crawling.
Yeah.
No, he was scooting on his ass. Like, you know when a dog is like itchy because
when itchy ass?
Yeah, and they're on your rug. That's what he did back into the area where only the bartenders can go. It was amazing.
And this was at Great South Bay?
Yeah, he was so happy after
I threw a birthday party for somebody, and we, open bar.
Oh, you know how that is.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm getting my money's worth out of this one.
Yeah, that's the first time I've heard that story.
Yeah.
Listen, every time me and my friends start drinking, if you ask to start getting hit, like someone's going down.
Yeah. Usually when me and Menace go out, that winds up happening. Either a bartender or...
And you've seen a good amount of them.
Yeah, pretty
like,
good.
Stan's a damn fucking...
I'm a what?
Warrior.
Yeah, I'm surprised you ate the one at the Paramount.
Dude,
go down the
were you there for that one?
No, but I saw it on video.
Bro.
Solid.
Bro, so I punch him, and then he walks through it. I'm like, no. And he was like...
You're waiting.
He was like, no, I heard a little bit. I was like, all right, good, you motherfucker. Dude, he showed me 1 week later. It was still black and blue. I'm like, dude, why didn't you show me this way sooner?
I didn't even notice the black and blue till
Like,
like
did
a
you
week
pee?
later.
Were you drunk too?
Yeah, wasted.
Yeah. So
wasted.
that's how
Did you pee
eat
blunt?
that.
No, not at all.
I mean, that one. I mean, with the bruising I saw 1 week later,
it was
I would
here.
have thought.
You would need to hit me like back here for me to piss blood.
Yeah, you do have a
Yeah.
big.
No,
No,
even
it's
that's
kidneys.
just
No,
yeah.
I know, but there's a lot of like.
But
Yeah.
I punched him probably here, but the belly's out here, so I gotta. The organs are back here.
I'm telling you what, like I am not letting you hit me with that liver shot with my arms up like that. Fuck that. No.
Now, hang on. Does 170 pounds stand with a 4-pack let me do it?
No.
Yeah, any me would let you do it.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, come on now. What are we doing here?
It's all for
It's for the gram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to get drinking with you and Chris in the future.
Why? Because you're gonna have Chris hit me.
Well, we'll
Well,
pick
Chris-
a side.
Chris will just be.
I
Chris will
don't
be the one to videotape it.
We'll be.
Yeah,
well,
I'm-
then
I'm a
I'll
videotaper.
switch.
I always
No,
have
like-
been, even like Jackass when we were younger. I was not being the one that got like mangled. I was the
Yeah, but
videotaper.
you did enough, so you were like part of the crew. Like, oh, Chris, that was crazy too. Like you weren't sending nails through your hand, but like
I put a nail through my face once. That was
Really?
bad. Yeah.
with a.
No, a hand pushed it from my cheek out of my face this way because Steve-O did it. But I used like a finish nail, and I think he used a pin. He used a needle, but we were out of needles at my friend's house.
No, he didn't he use like a fucking like 2x4 nail, like a thick one.
Well, I used a pretty decent sized nail too, and it was terrible. It was popping. Through
How old were
layers.
you?
I
Oh,
was like
because there's like 3 pops before it's through, right?
Yeah.
Who
I
had
was,
the
like,
bamboo
16,
story?
And before it came through my face, like it hurt. It was bad.
Like you already started. Your boys are looking
I
at
was
you like,
not-
yeah.
yeah. Like someone else had done it, and I was like, I am not gonna,
Be a
bitch
pussy.
out of this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this.
Who had the bamboo story? Lance?
That was, Johnny. Johnny got hit in the face with
Remember?
bamboo. Yeah.
Right.
And
Got
it
hit with a
went-
spear in the face?
It went in his tongue. Yeah.
And then like a week later.
Yeah, he had a terrible infection.
Yeah.
A week later, his tongue almost came out. Imagine he
Yikes.
lost his tongue to this day.
What happened? I don't know. I
Oh
was
my god.
eating
Yeah.
some vegetables and fucking.
Well, yeah, like we said, Chris, we could just shoot the shit about anything. So even one thing we were talking about before that obviously we're just going to go into was we all watched Diego Sanchez. Me and Menace watched that fight. You watched that UFC card this weekend?
Yeah, we were talking the whole time. It was amazing.
Yeah. Just, what'd you think of that?
I have more like mixed feelings because
I had to
so,
like it.
I'm so entertained.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that it's gotten so out of hand,
Mhm.
and like, so Dana has this thing with guys that like made him his riches, where he's gonna like
Take care of him.
he'll cut anybody in 2 seconds, but if you made him his like original fortune, you're his boy.
Yeah, but
And-
those guys that made him his original fortune have a fucking humongous following.
Right.
Yeah.
So
it's
listen,
still-
he's always making out. I'm not saying he's doing it off the cuff, but there is a point where some people he tells like, "Hey, you should. This is kind of the."
Oh,
it-
yeah.
And with him, he said he's been saying for a while that he doesn't want him to fight anymore, but he don't want to stop.
Right.
Bro, now you've seen his coach, right?
Yo. Wait.
I'm constantly saying, Chris.
Yeah, like I sent you the video the other day. His coach was like, "See,
Oh.
you fight like this."
I actually meant to send that to. Can you pull that up
Did
for
you see
everybody
the
right
one-
now?
Did you see the one with his
possibly
finger
on
where
Twitter.
He's the guy. He tells the guy to get in a stance, and he digs his finger into like his hip, into his leg to try to move him. Did you see that one?
No.
No.
But he was going like this, and he's like, a guy comes running at you. You use his force and his momentum, and he was just like sidestepping and making it like he was catching
And
the guy.
and like one of these, like a.
And then going, see what I'm
the
saying?
kind of guy that you want to get. You know, like those guys that say they channel like energy.
Yes.
He's the guy you want to get on a video and be like, "Yeah, run at me," and you head kick him.
Oh
clean,
my
and you make him
gosh.
seize for like a minute solid, 2 minutes solid, and then you're like, "Yeah, okay, buddy."
Yo, that's what he seems like. And I mean, at that,
he is that.
you're fucking nuts, Diego, if that's who you're letting be your head coach.
Hang on. His head coach, his manager, he had one corner, and that was him.
Yeah,
one corner.
like he used to be at Jackson Winklejohn, and now that's
What do
his
you
guy.
think happened there? John, Winklejohn was probably like, "Hey, man,
Can you stop fighting?
let's." And he's like, "No, I'm the
Maybe
best I've
that.
ever been."
Yeah, something like that. Exactly, 100%.
Yeah.
And then found this guy's
I
like,
think-
"Yes, you are. Yes, you are the best you've ever been.
Right. This guy sees an opportunity, you know? It's like, I don't like those guys. He reminds me a little bit, he's not, but he reminds me a little bit of Ronda's coach, where it's like you can't help but feel like they're pushing for any little scrap of limelight they could take, and they're not qualified to be there, but they're trying to take that head roll.
Yeah, but
Ronda's coach got a legit fucking guy now. That dude Emil Shabatsian.
Yeah, you were saying.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm saying that ain't him. That's really not him, because he does know.
Oh, you're saying, yeah, he's not like that guy. Yeah, he caught the bad rap.
He caught a bad rap
because of the head movement.
Because of what happened. Yeah, exactly. But he's not Fugazi. But
and even like Joe Rogan didn't catch the flack from that, but he was saying too, Ronda Rousey will beat up a man. And I remember hearing that shit and being like, no chance. Like, I'll fuck Ronda Rousey.
An average man, yes.
Come on, like a decently trained man, like a 125er, 135er, like.
But regardless of whether he knows what he's doing or not, she had the wrong coach, period. That's what I'm getting at. She was so talented. She needed a wrestling coach, I think, before she needed a striking coach, because her pressure and her throws were so insane.
Yeah.
But she didn't have the leg attack takedown. So when people ran from her, she lost her ability to throw them.
Right.
She did the best when someone pressed her.
Right.
Like Cat pressed her, and you saw what happened.
Brazilian chick pressed her.
But when you ran,
actually,
from
no,
her,
she knocked her out.
No, Amanda Nunes kept her at length.
No, not that Brazilian chick. The fucking.
Oh, you're talking about? I know.
Betch.
Betch.
Oh, Betch Correa. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Her too. She's crazy.
Reel of her getting KO'd for an hour. I can't stand like the dancing that takes place after and stuff like that.
You fall in the same car as her.
Yeah, a couple times. No.
All right, I could see that.
Because I remember we were in the lobby after your fight. And I see this girl. I'm like, whoa, what's that? And then she turned. I was like, oh shit, fuck.
Oh, you saw it. You saw it from the back, and you were like, okay.
Like her legs were like nice, and then she turned. Like, whoa, just get. Oh, yikes. Yikes.
What card was that? Was that you?
We were in L.A. I think, right?
Sacramento?
Yep.
Yeah, that was my first fight. No,
I don't know.
So
I'm
now
sure
that
she's
might
a really
have been
nice girl.
Texas, bro. When I fought Islam.
Something that's always interesting about Chris Wade is you're obviously one of the guys that UFC fighter now are in the PFL, and you're thriving, right?
Yeah, I love it.
The PFL has been
do.
better for your career than the UFC was, right?
Yeah, it really has. I can't say enough good things about the PFL. Everything from listen, the format, I thought it would play to my advantage a little bit more than it has, obviously, because the first year I lost that split to Natan, where I thought I won in the semis, but I thought I fought good the second fight. This year I got like a little less rest time, and I felt god awful the second fight. It was like, I can't even explain it. It's like going out drinking, passing out, and your friend trying to get you up to like play beer pong, hang out again. It's just not happening. Like,
yeah, you're like, I'm good.
Yeah, you're like, no, and he's like, come on, man, come on, everyone's hanging out. You're not I couldn't get back up, man. I couldn't.
Did you? Because I was there the first time.
Yeah.
Did you have? So the first time they were pretty good with their time. Like, yo, you're gonna be up. Actually, at the very end, they're like, you're on deck. Well, because the dude got finished.
Yeah.
Quick.
2 dudes got finished this time, back to back. Nah, but I was the 9th fight this time.
That's right.
And I was the 12th fight because they manipulated the TV stuff. But the 10th and 11th were finishes. So, and in between that, I did like 2 interviews and like a photo thing on the way back from the cage, and. Then I tried to still pull off what we did last year with lay down,
get pumped,
Norman Tech, put ice on anything that hurts. And by the time they came in, when I
was LaFleur rubbing your legs?
They were doing the same exact thing, nice. Everything, ice on my chest. And then they came in, I still had the Norman Tech on my legs, and they were like, "Yo, you're on deck." And I had to change my shorts. I stood up, changed my shorts. Ryan moved in front of me for like a couple minutes, and we were like, "Yo, let's go." But I was just trying to, fake it till you make it.
Right.
My adrenaline had dumped, but I was like, all right, he's probably hurting too.
Right.
Fuck it.
Right.
Let's get it. So I went for like a flying kick to start the fight. Then I headlocked him for 5. I almost submitted him with, the straight arm lock. If I just slip off the head and I grab and lock. and I
almost like a
tapped him
bulldog, but like you're out in front.
I let go of his head, and I went for his elbow to like straight arm lock him. He popped out of that, built up, and then he had a good rest of the round after that. Then I headlocked him again, mounted him. I'm like, yo, I'm about to take this. And he popped me up. He hit some.
He was the Russian dude, right?
Yeah, somewhere. Dude, that's like the only people I lose.
And that's the guy you were not right. Like you had totally planned to fight the other guy. He was
the
like
other guy won 18 fights in a row. I put a lot of eggs in one basket, put it that way. It was a bad idea. I regret what I did. Obviously, I think if you look at it the other way, he probably watched a ton of tape on me and had a game plan.
for sure. Well, you were definitely
I thought I was gonna fight
supposed to win
Islam, so I spent all my time there, and it backfired big time.
And even
I
something.
didn't know. I just didn't know what the dude
Yeah.
was about. I was in there like, yo, let's get it.
right.
What's up? And he was like, I know what you're about to do.
Yeah.
Something we always talk about here too is the judging. Like that first, I don't know how do you pronounce his last name, Nathan Schultz. Yeah, that first Schultz fight, I was like, what the fuck,
bro?
Were they watching?
If there's something I can do beyond my fighting career, which I intend to stay, there's like two things, man. I think that the fact that we're professional athletes and I can't go if I have bronchitis and get checked up on and get medicine over the counter because the promotion he wants to keep the money in his pocket and I'm sick. That's bullshit.
So you're saying benefits for the fighters?
Yes, and obviously like paying into some sort of retirement, and then aside from that, weight cutting and the judging system. You got people who like know a friend who works for an athletic commission who take a written test and now they're judging professional fights. And I'm not going to name a name, okay? Because I don't even know the name. To tell you the truth.
I was like,
But
dude, name drop.
I want to
fuck him.
I want to
Fuck that
fight.
guy.
I want to fight, and I was talking about it after, and the person who was judging cut in was like, yo, I'm going to tell you why I had these rounds for you. And the reasons they gave were
wow.
insane. Okay? I won because, but I won regardless. In my, I don't think no one really questioned
Man, I would love it. I would fucking
Oh, you
love
got him
it.
riled up now, Wade.
No, if like, you know how they have like a post-fight conference?
Yeah.
If they had one for the judges and like, all
No,
right, so
you wouldn't. It
Wade
would get-
versus like, why'd you call it for how you saw it? Why'd you score it that way? I would love, because people like, I feel like some judges would definitely get like boos or some people like, yeah, fuck yeah, I agree with that guy. I think almost like judges could become like,
Oh yeah, you would.
personalities,
They
if
would
you
never
will,
do that
or
because you would put them out in the open for fire. That would never happen.
Well, yeah, because I would definitely probably over 150 grand. I may have murked a few people. You know what I mean?
Dude,
Or like,
it was $1 million. I was literally in tears in the back.
Yeah.
Because I felt like the other dude, yes, he's a great fighter, but I feel like, we were talking a little bit before about like losing your edge or whatever as a fighter, like the want to fight. I felt like over the last couple of years, he's kind of lost that edge a little bit, and that I would have won that fight in the finals. So I was so distraught because I felt like that was the guy to beat.
yeah, well, he
And,
was because he won it the second year.
Yeah, well, I think I just took this year a little bit for granted. Like, yo, it's me and him. Again, it's me and him, and I slept on this other dude, and boom.
Yeah, and had you won that fight, it would have been another you and him, right? You and Schultz, whatever his name.
But it was different last year when it was he was there the year before. We had like probably 90 minutes. It was a good. We approached it. I think we attacked it like as best we could. And I felt great in the fight. This year was like 50 minutes or so, and I tried the same thing.
So
hour and a half.
I think a move like moving forward, you make the playoffs. Like I would get in contact with my manager, like, yo, what's my spacing between these fights? Like, where am I on the card?
I went I didn't find out until the morning we did a presser, and I was like, when am I fighting? Like, oh, you're the last fight. And then I started thinking in my head, like, dope. No, I wasn't like dope. I was like, I'm the last fight. That means it can't be that much time until the fight after that. So already my head was turning.
Oh, the last fight of the
last
of
fight
the prelims.
Yeah.
Got you. Or the
Right.
quarters, rather.
But I shouldn't have been. There was
Right.
like so the guy that I fought, I was the 3 seed, I think. And he should have fought before me.
I think after the head kick, though, the flying, they started marketing you a little bit.
Right,
They made
yeah,
you the main
for sure.
event.
Yeah, so things were getting switched. But yo, don't switch. I don't care about that. I want more rest time. I'm in $1 million tournament.
Yeah.
I want more rest time.
I give a fuck about.
I could care less about that. The additional, promotion
Exposure,
in that
yeah.
instance, because I'll get that promotion and that exposure in the final.
Yep.
Because me and him would have been probably a pretty big final.
Yeah.
There was going to be a lot of noise around that.
Oh, 100%.
But yo, he lived up to. He did what he had to do on the other side. He beat the guy that I beat. He choked him out. That was a good fight.
So now, what's the word on this season? Is it PFL again this year?
Dude, it's PFL until I'm done, bro. I'm with them. I like their whole format. I love what they do. I like how they care about the fighters. I like how they give. I hasn't even gone my way, and I don't care because.
Well, you're a New York State champion, so like wrestling, fucking brackets.
Yeah.
Like,
And also, I didn't win until my senior year. I took crushing defeats as a freshman, as a sophomore, as a junior. I was knocking at the door, crushing people, and I got upset big time. And then I got it done. So I understand, like,
The process.
that it doesn't always go your way, like, just because you think it should, or
Right.
just because, like, you got to keep grinding, you got to keep figuring stuff out. So for me, it's like, I've never been that way. I'm not the guy that came in 7th grade, like, you're like, yo, Wade was 3rd and 7th in the state, 8th grade, he won that, 9th
Right.
grade, no, it took me a long time to get there, so I get it. But yes, I do the tournament thing. I'm just,
And you being a big sports guy, you're into the season aspect of it, right?
it's amazing. I know exactly probably when I'm going to fight again. I can tell people. I'm not on this hamster mill like, I swear he's going to call me soon. I'm telling you. I'm just going to keep putting tweets out, and they're going to listen, and they're going to give me a fight. That's why I went on that tirade a while back. I was like, I will smack you all, bro. Because they don't understand what they do to people who are so, like, superior to them in every way, shape, and form. Like, even the work they put in, whatever. I watch these guys constantly. They're, like, begging. They have you begging for scraps.
Yeah.
And, oh, man, if 1 second it just turned, it would all be over.
Yeah, like that's something we've spoke about on the show. Like Chris Wade's definitely one of those guys, especially what we know personally, didn't get the best deal in the UFC. Kind of did dirty a little bit. You got to see that bad side of fighting, where you had to wait for a fight.
I got to see the side of, like, you want to talk, bro. You wanna use your wrestling style, how you grew up. We'll run you through a meat grinder, and you'll never come out, boy.
Yeah.
We'll put you in a hole like you never saw. We'll strangle you financially. We'll keep your contract, and we won't tell you what's going on. Like, I got, pretty much as bad as it gets. Like Rashid, the kid at my weight, he got the same thing. I think he was like 6-1.
Rashid, the one who went into the
Mega
PFL,
Man,
right?
Yeah. He's another one of those guys. There's a few out there. If you talked about Reebok, if you talked about a union, if you talked about
all right. I remember that.
pay,
I remember that.
Yeah, and that was even something I used to say to people. They'd be like, "Why is Wade getting treated bad?" And I was like, "One too many tweets, maybe."
Bro, how did I get matched up against like 5 Dagestanis in a row? That doesn't happen.
Yeah,
There's only 5 in my weight. I got matched up with 4 back to back. My manager used to call me laughing, be like, "Yo, you're not gonna believe this," and I would be like, "What's up?" And he's like, "It's another Dagestani guy."
well, different manager than you have now, right?
Yes.
Now you're with Ali,
Yeah.
who's another guy who
love
gets a bad
Ali.
rap, but I love Ali. Yeah, I love Ali.
Ali, man. Listen, he gets a bad rap, and people just don't understand like how much this guy cares about his guys, how good he is, and to his guys, and that's what matters, man. You're in the trenches, you're literally fighting, and he has your back that way, and like, how can you? I mean, how can you have a problem with that? Because what? Because he goes to bat so much so that sometimes people don't like it. All these people that don't like it are armchair quarterbacks. It's all the guys that will send him something after he's out there and bleeds for it. Like, yo, you need to let it go. Or like, yo, you can't. Or to me, like, you didn't win. Like,
Fuck off.
yeah, exactly. Like, come see me, bro. You will die.
We're gonna get. So I originally started fighting in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So there's this young kid. His name is Blaine Shutt. He just won the CFFC title, and he started like it's like almost like not he followed me, but we missed each other. So I used to train at Blackman MMA, and I left. I moved to Long Island, and then he started training, I believe, at Blackman MMA, and. But we know all the same people. So he hit me up like, hey, man, have me on. I was like, bet. Let's go. So we're going to fucking kick him a shot right now.
Let's do it.
See where he's at. Because, I mean, you know, we got two veterans and a fucking wannabe slash has-been.
Call me a has-been rather than a wannabe. I don't want to be
Bro,
anything.
get back in the gym.
I will one day.
No, you're not. You're
Oh,
gonna
my
keep
gosh.
making excuses, bro.
Dude,
Oh,
hang
don't-
on, dude. We were lifting today, and he was just like,
My body fell apart from
I was
fucking
l-
training with you animals for years.
fuck. Well, I'm like, yo, just go in there and grab a newbie and teach him shit while beating. Yeah, it just. I'm like, yo, your excuses are contagious, and I don't want to fucking like stop.
You got that Corona contagious excuse.
I just don't want to. Cause I'm like, yo, because one thing that Stan cares about,
What do I care about?
he likes having a lady friend or oh shit,
Blaine, do you got us?
we can't hear you.
Hmm?
Nice. Oh, good shit, Stan.
Give
Good-
us a minute. Let's figure
Hey,
out this
Stan.
audio
Good thing
problem.
that we're doing it now, not with Chael.
Yeah. Well, no, the Facebook and stuff works. This is we're doing the Facebook. So let's figure this out.
Chael, you can hear. Or I mean, Blaine, you can hear us. Thumbs up.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
he can
Yeah,
hear
he
us.
said he could
Yeah.
hear us just fine.
Oh, you heard him say it, Stan?
No,
I read-
but you could read his
I read
lips.
his lips.
Yeah, you like reading lips. You fucking.
No, I don't.
You do.
But
This guy
We
wants.
should talk while Stan
This
figures
guy
this
wants
out.
me.
yeah,
for
you
sure.
guys keep
Yeah.
this conversation going.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? What was I saying?
You were talking
I don't know.
about
Stan just gets me so
Stan
fucking pissed
being
off.
just as
Oh
lazy
yeah,
as
no.
this
And
excuse
I was just like,
making.
no, he likes,
Now we got him.
Here we go.
There we go.
Blaine,
No, you got it. Yo,
Hey.
what's up, big dog?
not much, man. Just chilling at home.
So fill in the gaps for me. So I was training at Blackman MMA. I moved. How
Yep.
you started training at Blackman MMA after I left, right?
Well, I actually started at Holstein with Dustin,
Okay, Dustin
with
Peg.
Logan and all them.
Yep.
Yeah. So then, like, we were just cross training over there with like Jeff Smith and Daryl Horcher and stuff, and
Yeah.
like then Manny Rose was like my boxing coach and stuff. So like I like just missed the transition from when you left and Dustin ended up moving down to Virginia.
Got you.
All right. Well, congratulations. I see you just won. What'd you win? The 125-pound belt at CES, right?
Yep.
Where's
Yep.
that hardware at, dude?
That what you think I'm that dude where I just chilled my belt next to me 24/7?
You should have it on.
Yes.
This guy is.
Well, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I do have it.
I mean, come on.
I do have it. It is cool, you know.
And yeah,
Because I am.
belt.
CES is a prestigious belt.
Yeah, it
Yes.
Oh yeah,
yes.
dude. Super nice. It's heavy as shit.
And even they're right there with like Ring of Combat where Chris was a champion. It usually means you're a phone call away from the UFC Contender Series or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean that's somewhat the main goal. I mean, I wouldn't care for a call for ONE FC or Bellator either, so I'm not too picky.
Okay.
I like that.
Does PFL do 125 or not yet?
Not yet, but they.
Not yet, but if they gave me a call too, I'd be more than happy to fight at 35, fat and happy.
What's
There
your
you go.
what's your record at right now?
8-4.
Okay.
And where are you training at now? Still in PA?
I'm actually kind of all over the place. I was originally at Gracie 717, which is a Valley affiliate, Bound Lintz affiliate, and my last 2 camps, I've been flying out to California, AKA.
Okay.
I did see that.
Yeah,
How was that experience?
Dude, it was the coolest thing in the freaking world, man. Just literally, it was like I was walking into like some type of romantic comedy scene every day, watching Khabib and freaking DC freaking go at it.
Why? They're like
They like wrestling with each other.
Yeah,
Dude, they're constantly
play a lot.
constantly picking on each
Yeah,
other.
they're
It's
frenemies.
hilarious.
Yeah, they're frenemies for sure.
Really?
Not genuinely. Like they don't talk behind each other's back. They like to go at each other.
you and DC would
During
get
the day.
along. DC like
No, I
fucking
know
with
that.
people. Yeah.
Yo, Chris Wade was with me. I was fighting.
At the barbershop.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
fighting. Where was I? Vegas.
We were in Vegas. Yeah, you were fighting
And-
Jeremy Stevens.
Yes, and DC and Tate, the cornerman,
Yep.
were
That's
going back and forth. Like,
Oh,
and
they
yo,
were
that
killing
dude,
each other,
the
bro.
cut man Tate is hilarious. He needs his own like stand up. He was like, "Yo, DC, the real champ is in New Mexico doing cocaine off strippers' asses." I was dying. Because
Damn.
DC's like, "No, he's not. I'm the champ. Who got the hard?" You know what I mean? It was like they were going
It was
back
when
and
they
forth. It was
stripped-
amazing.
when they stripped him and they
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
It was
I
good.
would have been
It
saying the
was a
same. I would have been
really
agreeing
good
with them, like,
barbershop session.
No, you wouldn't.
Bro, with John Jones, I tell you all the time. John Jones.
DC would choke. Hang on, I was just like, I just want to get my hair cut.
Let's keep quiet.
I would agree with them. I'd be like, I wouldn't throw it right in DC's face, but I'm saying I agree with them. Like I've told you, John Jones could do steroids, take dick pills, snort coke. I don't care. He wins fights.
Did you fight on that last CES card?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
that's how you get the title.
Gotti fought on that card too, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's our boy down here.
Yeah.
He actually
He
broke.
doesn't-
He
he's
broke
a-
my leg.
He doesn't have the belt yet. Yeah, he retired this guy.
He retired me.
I was right next to them grappling, and he snapped his leg with a double.
No,
Oh,
a body
my-
lock.
Yeah,
Body
lift,
lock.
body lock lift. And then LaFleur told you to get off the mat because you're in our way.
Yeah, well, he didn't
couldn't
know.
move.
Either he knew the severity of the injury and just didn't care, or he didn't know the severity of the injury.
No,
So it was like,
didn't
hey,
know how severe that was.
Yeah.
He's a big fucking dude, man.
Yeah, he's a big boy, huh?
he works out.
Yep.
He works out. You know how it is.
Big entourage.
So now, what's next for you? You going to defend that CES title? You want to move right on? What's the game plan?
Yep, I'm actually just got a contract today that I need to print out and sign because I can't do it online. I got to do it old school and print it out and do a little picture and shout out all sponsors and whatnot. So I'll be defending that belt April 24th.
Nice.
All right. I like that. Where? Back at Twin River?
I believe so. I mean, I have to like reread, but I would assume that would be
And how many fights have you had in CES?
one.
Oh, okay. And it's good dealing with those guys. Like, I know Pat, the matchmaker. I know Jimmy Birchfield. I've had many drinks with him. He's a really cool dude.
Stan drinks with
Oh,
everybody.
I drink with everybody.
Yeah.
I'll drink with you, Blaine, if we
Show
ever
him,
meet.
show him your stomach,
Yeah,
Stan.
absolutely. I'm down to have a beer at any time, man. I could go crack one right now, but unfortunately, I started my fight camp already. But yeah, Pat's great. Pat's great. It was actually a long time coming for me to fight for them. I was originally stuck in like a local promotion, trying to like, I don't want to say pad my record, but like I didn't have the connections that I had to get on the bigger shows, what I wanted to do, and I wasn't about to be a sheep for anybody.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that too.
So
Don't ever.
yeah, so I'm not about to be a sheep for nobody. So I ended up getting with my manager Perry Gibson down in Virginia when I moved down there for a year to train at Tech MMA, which is probably I would consider my home base anymore. And with Tony Gravely, who's just made his UFC debut, the day after I fought.
Former CES champion as well.
Yep, my teammate. Yep, Tony. Yep. So he made his UFC debut. So like, I mean, I'm hoping that I'm treading right there. It'd be really awesome. Like, I'd even take a fight contender series up a weight because I don't know what they're doing with 25 yet, but we'll see.
Well, start getting on steroids. No, I'm just kidding. Hang on, real quick.
No, they're keeping 125. They're about to do Benavidez versus
That's right.
Figueroa, I think his name
Yeah,
is.
but I mean, give it a year. If
Yeah.
they don't fucking do the numbers they
They
want
don't
us
add
to do.
anybody. Yeah, they don't add anybody new.
Yeah. So, hey,
Even
Blaine,
losses
They
like-
need
well-
to.
Blaine, we're about to get Chael on.
Oh, absolutely, man. Yeah.
After Chael, you down to come back on, or worst case scenario, we'll have you on next week.
Yeah, dude, absolutely, guys. I appreciate your time. Feel free to call me back or just hit me up later, bro. You got my number.
You're the man. I'll text you in a little bit.
Later, guys. Have a
All
great
right.
night.
You're the
Peace
man,
out.
Blaine. Thank you for joining us.
Blaine's the man.
Yeah, no, he seems like a great dude.
Chael is a little more
Chael is the
Established,
guy. Yeah. I like where your head was at there, man.
Well, I mean, come on. I mean, he gets it too. He's watching live right now.
Yeah.
Do the right thing. Buy me too.
You're gonna need to give me that, Menace.
I just did.
It didn't go through.
Well, you're an idiot.
No, you just didn't hit send, or it didn't go through.
Oh no, I sent it to Chael. I sent Chael his own number.
Like I said, an idiot.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sorry.
But yeah, this is what we do here, Wade. We just hang out. We interview people.
Yeah.
We try not to get guests when we have a guest in studio, but then sometimes we
I
love
like
that.
this.
Even you get
Got
the.
to see Chael Sonnen.
But
Come
even
on,
you
bro.
get it. Yeah, you're a part of this interview. Ask whatever questions you got.
Love Chael.
Yeah.
You got.
Oh yeah, you and Chael are actually like his tweets and what he says, and then I'll talk to you the next day in the gym, and like not having seen it or whatever, you almost say almost the same shit.
Yeah, I like his mindset, man.
Yeah, he
gets it, man. He gets the whole sport, the whole game. He knows how to play it.
He gets the what people want to see.
I mean, he
politics,
sees deep, yes.
How to fight, how to win fights,
Very smart.
how to
guy.
get fights. Oh man, come on.
I mean, I wish I had a.
I'm actually going to ask him to tear
like that earlier in my career, because he could see things that, he's a wrestler, but we came from a place where getting your hand raised meant everything. And he knew from the jump, like, nah, that's not just it.
Right.
Like, there's a game to be played here.
Are you gonna send it?
Yeah, I was letting Chris finish his thought.
I mean,
And I respect that, man.
oh, here we go. But we also, he had been out of wrestling much longer than you and I had been when we
Right.
started MMA.
Right.
He also was at the very top.
How old is he now? Late 30s?
Stan?
Chael's in his 40s.
Oh,
yeah.
he is? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah,
Yeah,
now
so
it's
he
going to
was-
start doing that whole thing.
So he was out of the game for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, because the thing is like, me and you, I don't know if it's the era or when we got into the sport, like, there was this like respect thing and like not talking shit. Like we talk shit on the mat in the match.
And that was
Not
it.
like, yeah, that was it.
That was it.
Like
No.
I would, it was, remember tech pinning a guy?
Yeah, that was the best.
You'd
thing
run
you
the
could do.
score up to fucking 14 and then
ice
pin
his
him.
Ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
At 14.
Yeah.
The last time.
And
dropped him.
if he somehow got out, you teched him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All the time.
I used to do. Hang on, at home matches, it happened all the time. Where you're watching all your guys wrestle and they're having tough matches. You're like, all right, I'm not gonna. I could go out there and pack this guy in 1 minute and be off, but like, she's here to see me. She's got potential. Like my boys came.
Yeah,
My dad's here.
I'm about to put a clinic on.
I'm about to
right now.
fucking. The lights are. There's one light on the mat. I'm feeling like goddamn Superman. So I'm gonna ride this out. I feel good.
And that's.
I'm gonna let this guy up by his fucking head 9 times.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the biggest fucking mat return.
Man.
I'm gonna do a move. Ooh, do you remember? Have you ever leg cradled somebody?
I've dabbled, like when
That's the ultimate.
that's the ultimate fuck you.
Like
yeah.
when the guy is that bad.
Yeah, and I've seen pictures of dudes like trying to flex while they have a leg and they're pinning another guy.
Man.
Yeah.
The leg. If you
can
ever
really
hang on.
embarrass somebody in
Yeah.
wrestling, almost more so than in fighting, because in fighting you could drop someone and then they kind of like lay back, but they could still kick up at you. So there's this space and you have to stand back up. In wrestling, you can really, really put it on someone and like take them down, drive their head, face, and neck into the floor,
Right.
and like push them over and make them stand up. It's
Like me and you are like a very similar person. How many times would you take a guy's, like you'd put them in a half Nelson, they wouldn't go, and you're like, oh, you want to do this, huh? And you would just take their shoulder and put it behind their neck until the ref was like, all right, potentially dangerous, restart, and I'm like, and I would just do it again, and then like I would do it again, like,
dude,
I'm like, yo, roll over.
I rode legs.
Holy shit!
There he is, Chael
Now I
P.
see somebody.
Holy shit!
Chael, if you go long,
What's happening, guys?
if you go long ways, you'll get all of us.
Sorry about that.
Let's try it. Let's try it. How's that?
There we go.
Oh, this is the big time.
Boom.
This is the big time.
Boom.
What's up, dudes?
Chael, I'm trying to be like you. I'm gonna put on.
That's
I'm putting on my own fight / grappling match.
respect. When and where?
We're doing it April 11th at the Melrose Ballroom.
Very cool.
I want to know about tag team grappling matches.
So fun. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. So, I mean, look, it's exactly what you would think, right? It started off like as a gimmick, kind of like something fun, something to be silly. 4 guys get in there. You've got a tag team. Each corner has a little rope in it, 6 inches long. One guy has to be holding the rope. He can't move from there, but if his partner can get to him and tag him while he's still touching the rope, it's fair play. Now, here's the way the rule was set. If you tag, you have 3 seconds to be out, which means you have to be holding the rope. That was designed exactly why it sounds. So a guy would get out of there and the partner would come in. Well, what the athletes quickly found out is, no, I have 3 seconds to double team the other guy.
Oh,
and
wow.
and the referee let it go. The referee goes, there's nothing I can do. The rules say he has 3 seconds. If they pull on another guy and put him in a precarious position but can still get to the rope in 3 seconds, it's fair game. So you literally have some of the baddest dudes in the world going 2-on-1 with some of the baddest dudes in the world.
Yeah, that's what we're looking
Now,
to do, Chael.
real quick, on record, do I have your permission to do this?
100%. Oh, yeah, you want the rule
Okay.
set? Take it and run, man. Take it and run.
Okay.
I'll happily email it to you.
Okay.
In fact, Dennis, I'll tell you this. I would prefer it if you took the exact rules, because one thing that bothers me in grappling, and I think you will agree, every time somebody starts a grappling organization, they come up with their own rules.
Right.
It's like some kind of ego thing, like, this is my show and it's my rules. It's like, yeah, but guys,
House
all
rules.
we're doing is confusing. Yeah, we're confusing the fans.
Right.
Like, on basketball, any court in the world, you don't have to explain the rules. You put the ball in the basket, you get 2 points. Like, it's insane that grappling can't all agree. So I would love it if you took the rules.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Chris, me and Chris will come do a tag team show, I think. Where we gotta come to, Oregon or California?
You gotta come to Portland.
Chris.
Oh, we could do this.
I mean,
Bro, it's a real thing. It's a real
I
thing.
didn't know you were running tag teams.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
He's one of the first.
Wow.
Well,
By
even
the way,
love
I gotta
that.
give you guys a compliment. That's a good looking studio. Is that soundboard behind you, by the way?
It
Is
is.
that help soundproof the room? It's cool looking,
Yeah,
man. I've
thank
never
you.
seen soundboard in a design. I like that.
Yeah, we got sponsors. We got the Shure mics. We went all in, right? All in or nothing.
If you're gonna do it, man, let's do it. And you guys look fantastic.
Thank you.
It depends on who you ask. It's a couple $1,000 studio or it's a $3 million studio.
Sure.
Yeah. But,
I know that. Believe me, I know the drill.
So, Chael Sonnen, officially welcome to Menace and the Man. I'm Stan the Man, Menace's co-host. You know Chris Wade, right?
Of course.
And obviously you know Dennis the Menace Bermudez. Now we're joined by
Of course.
MMA legend Chael Sonnen.
Tell them. I mean, there it is. There's the 4 of us. What do we do now? Where
What?
do we take it from here, boys?
I mean, we're gonna throw questions at you. I mean, you're doing it all. You have a podcast. You're doing ESPN. You're all over the map. How do you have
tell
kids too? Your father too, right?
Yeah, man, I got two little terrorists that live in my house, and they find a way to break at least one thing a day. I swear to God, I come home every day looking forward to playing with them, and it turns into me just getting out screwdrivers and tools and fixing stuff all night long. But it's still worth it.
How old?
You have 2 boys, right?
How old?
I got 1 boy and I got 1 little princess.
Okay.
The
so,
boy's more the maniac.
what are the ages?
4 years for the boy and 2 for the girl.
Okay, because Chris has a daughter. I've got 2
Congrats,
boys.
Chris.
I've got 2 boys. I got 5 and 7, and your daughter's
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're right there on top of each other.
No kids that I know about,
It's,
Chael.
it's night and day
Respect.
between the 2 boys and her.
Oh man.
But I love when they mesh together. It's great because they take her a little bit out of her comfort zone where she's a little more timid, and she tones them down a little bit too.
Right.
And I got to tell you guys, I've only had one disappointment as a parent, which was Christmas morning when my son was 2. I did not know. Nobody ever told. I thought every kid in the world loved Christmas and knew all about it and wanted to get presents and candy and all this stuff. My kid was scared to death. We tried to tell him this guy came down the chimney and put all these.
He's like, wait, we got robbed?
It freaked him out. And then he wanted to come. I was like, well, if you just come over here, like he had a little corner. It was like, this is the Tharo corner. You know, this was the tradition I was trying to say. And I stayed up all night. I had to put this little workstation together. It had his name on it and a place to sit and these like fake tools and fake. It was great. It was awesome. He screamed and threw a fit. I had no idea. I thought kids knew.
Man.
Now Halloween he got from day one. The very first day he knocked on a door and they handed him a Snickers bar, he was in on Halloween.
Yeah, he's sold.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Sold
you're his
on that.
father. He's a pretty logical guy.
I gotta tell you, I mean, I was doing my best. I was doing my level best to reason with this guy, but there were so many things that people think we will know as parents that we don't know. Nobody ever tells us some of the most obvious things. Like, why did nobody mention this to me?
So real quick, one of the most logical men probably in the universe. Definitely in the sport of MMA. Like, so you get asked all the time, is your son going to wrestle? Is he going to fight? What's the answer to that and why?
Well, those are the sports that I like, but I mean, my job will just be to be a chauffeur, whatever he chooses, and I want to expose him to a whole lot of things. You know, Dennis, I think you would agree with me. Like, it's really important that you find your sport.
For sure.
And yeah, we got some great athletes in MMA, but they don't go that far. But if they would have been in a different sport, who knows how far? I mean, we have some really great athletes, but it's just not totally their sport. And so it's kind of important that a kid sees a whole bunch of things and then gets an interest. And I just view my job as, you know, I got to pay the dues, of course. I'm dad. I got whatever the fee is, but then I got to get him there. And I'm a coach myself. I'm in my truck right now. I just walked out of practice. I have such a great time coaching these kids, except for the damn parents. The parents drive me crazy.
Yeah.
And I try to tell these guys, you are not their coach. I am their coach. You bring them to me. I will teach them a skill, and I'll send them home tired. But that's the deal.
Yeah.
There's no other deal. I don't want to hear about how all these things make you feel and all these great plans that you have.
Because I don't
Bring
care
them
about your
to me.
feelings.
Or go trust somebody else. If you don't trust me with your kid, go trust somebody else. But this is the deal.
Yeah, we got a guy over here that plays it
I
like
teach
that.
him
I
a
love
skill. I send him home tired.
it. Yep.
Sounds pretty fair to me.
Because, Chris, how many wrestling dads have you seen, like, the kid's crying, you're like, dude, you're fucking murdering for this
I'm
kid.
gonna be honest with you. I backed out of the sport a little bit while fighting because of the fact that I have a hard time dealing with a little bit of that. I really
parents.
do. Yeah, it
Ton of
can be
energy.
tough. If they, like what Chael said, if they want to trust you and they want to give you their child to teach and to get their skills to go to another level and to believe in the work ethic and whatnot, that's fine. But if they're gonna kind of oversee you, tell you how it is after every match, what needs to be done, then it's like, man, this is too much. This is why I'm out of the game right now and I can't do it.
And I would think that all of us kind of think we're really good at something. You know what I mean? So, like, for me, if I drop my kid off at wrestling, I think I gotta leave.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
Sure.
he's not going to listen to me because I'm his father, right? But I think I'm better than that guy. So, like, don't show my kid the wrong shit. I just got to get the
If
fuck out
I'm
of there.
bringing him to his session, I'm out of there.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
what I mean?
But Dennis, you're being very honest, Dennis, because that is the problem. Where the dad always thinks he knows best, but the kid never wants to listen to his dad. And even if his dad did know, your dad can be John Smith or he can be Chael Sanderson. You
Right.
don't want to hear from him. I mean,
Yeah.
you just don't.
Yep.
You just don't want that relationship with dad. You don't want to go home. You're at the dinner table or you're trying to relax at home, and dad's trying to get up your ass because you know you gave up a couple of points in practice. That's not what dad. Take him to practice, pick him up from practice, and shut your mouth. And it's a hard thing to do. I'm saying it like it's easy. I realize it's going to be hard to do, but that's the deal.
Yeah. And I'm sure you've seen it growing up. And Chris, like, growing up, right? The kids, the coach's son is like usually like the best. And you're like, there's got to be something there too. But there's probably like a threshold. Like, those guys never become UFC champions. You know, they never make it to the Olympics.
My high school head coach, his son is one of my best friends, and he was amazing.
Oh, Ryan
The
Petrovich. You know the
yeah.
Petroviches.
Well, and
They just did more. They went to more
no,
off-season
but
things.
he was
they
very
trained
good,
more.
like what Chael said. When practice ended and it was time for dinner or the friends came over, he just became dad. he stopped with the other stuff. He didn't continue on. You know, you gave up that takedown. You really looked flat at practice. It was over. He transitioned his role into father mode, away from coach mode, and that's what made him such a successful coach, I think, and his son so successful.
Yeah, and Chris, that's rare. I mean, I've seen that too, but there's a tipping point. You know, there's a tipping point where you're just supportive. If your child comes to you, if he comes to you and says, "Hey, Dad, you know, I know you used to wrestle. Now I'm sorry, fellas. I'm sitting in my truck. I'm trying to turn a light on here.
You're good.
You know, if he comes to you and says, I know you used to do this and can you show me some stuff? That's totally different than when you're making the kid do it. I mean, I know some of these dads, they'll be driving home. They're 2 miles away from home. They pull the truck over and kick the kid out, and the kid's got to run home. And it's like,
Gregor,
it's one of these things. It's like, yes, that's a great workout. If your goal was to get a workout, you succeeded. But if you have a goal of having your child spend holidays with you when he's an adult and doesn't have to, these stories don't usually end well.
And it's weird because there's a different type of kid. For example, like Gregor, he's in the UFC, he's doing very well.
He knows
National
Gregor
champion,
Gillespie.
Gregor Gillespie. Like his father, like he would like tech a kid his dad, like you should have pinned him, like run home, or like win by 8 points in the finals. And like he'd go up to the old fathers, like do not give him a ride home. And then there's, you know, like my dad didn't give one fuck. My dad, I just wrestled 2 miles down the road. You missed it. I fucking won. You would have been proud. He's like, did you pin him? I'm like, no, I won like 12-4. He's like, not good enough.
I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry your dad wasn't there to be more supportive.
Yeah,
I don't mean to laugh. That's hard.
No, but the thing is like I was always trying to impress my father. So that was like my driving. So then when I got in the UFC and went this 7-fight win streak and he hopped on the bandwagon, I was like, get the fuck off! Get the fuck off! Fuck you!
Yeah, you're here too late.
Yeah.
You're here too late.
I've been telling you this.
Work's already been done.
Yeah, I've been telling you since I was 8. You know,
I
8th
remember
grade.
him telling me one time, and I couldn't figure it out because you grew up upstate, not down here. I didn't understand the dynamic, and I was like, "Are you coming to the fight?" Because I was cornering you, and he was like, it's not like a main event or something like that. I only come to main event."
AB was telling you this? His
Yeah,
dad?
and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And then I was like, "I'm not gonna get involved."
Yeah, so like Chris had like a father, right? Your dad paid for all your tournaments, was there.
Yeah, I mean,
Drove you to the tournaments?
He rode me about what went on, but he was there. Yeah.
And so, Dennis, if I may ask, I mean, we're getting a little personal, but I feel like you opened the door. How is your relationship with your dad otherwise? Like, take him with your boys. Is he a good grandfather?
Yeah, he's awesome. I was raised by my father.
Yeah,
Okay.
He's the man.
You know,
It's
okay,
tough,
so he was
tough
just
love.
busy.
Tough love, if
Okay,
anything.
so Dad was busy.
Yeah,
Dad wasn't being a dick.
Right.
Dad was busy.
Being an adult,
okay.
right? Being an adult, he owned his own business though, and I remember my old brother be like, "Yo, your son's a fucking stud." Like everyone come to the shop, like, "You see your son last night?" Like, no, but I get it. He was keeping the lights on and food on the table, but come on, he closes at like 6. The match might be at 5. He owns the business.
Shut it down.
He had an employee.
Your dad keeps it real, and he keeps you grounded, I think, a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then we hopped on board. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I don't believe you. Like, you're soft. At his older age, soft.
That's funny.
You know?
That's funny. Get
Man.
off the bandwagon. That's a funny line. I like that.
And then he has many great stories with his dad involving MMA. Like one you told last week was when you first started fighting. He was like, Dennis, I seen these other fighters. I don't know about you.
I was like 3-0 pro, and I was, you know, amateur 4-0. And I had all finishes, and my dad's like, "Hey, Dennis, I think you're really good. Just finished watching UFC. You're good, Dennis. Don't get me wrong. You're good, but Dennis, these guys are killers." I was like, "Hang on, Chael." He called me out of like nowhere, just to tell me that. I'm like, "Is that it?" He's like, I just finished watching. Just want to tell you." I'm like, "Fuck you." Hang on, but Chael, I couldn't say "fuck you." I was just in my head. I said it.
Of course.
In my head,
Of
I said
course.
it, and I was like, "Thanks, Dad."
By the way, fellas, you brought up Gregor a minute ago. There's a rumor going around about him and
Islam.
Yeah, exactly.
How's that fight go?
Truth on that?
Nah, I actually maybe he's lying, but I saw Gregor on Instagram. Someone commented like, "Hey, is there any truth to you versus Islam?" And he just wrote no.
He said rumor, right?
It's
yeah.
How does that fight go, you think?
I would love to see that fight, but I'm also a big believer in Gregor. Like, people have asked me many times in private, hey, is there anybody that can beat Khabib? And I would always tell them, I go, you know what? As a matter of fact, there's a guy, and you probably haven't heard of him. Yep. He's 8-0. He's undefeated. He's a national champion. His name is Gregor Gillespie. But if there's anybody that matches up with Khabib's skills and can match Khabib's pace and will to win, it's this guy named Gregor Gillespie. And I've had that talk more times behind Gregor's back with more people. Yeah. And I still think I'm right about that, by the way. You want to know the one person that doesn't appear to agree with me is Gregor. Yeah. Gregor is handling his career so damn slow. He's not demanding anything. He's not demanding huge fights, huge opportunities. I mean, this guy was, 8-0 or 9-0? And now he's only got one loss. So one loss. Right. I mean, Dennis, come on. How jealous would we be? You guys only got one loss? I can't cry for a guy with one loss. Right. And, I still look at him and just go, Gregor, you're a killer, but you're not getting any younger, man. Let's get after this.
Right. Yeah, let's do it.
Well, Chael, do you know Kyle Sermonara as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they did like a Facebook Live thing. They do like a mini podcast or whatever. No, I'm not talking about the call-out, but they did a Facebook Live, and they were like, who should Gregor fight next? And I wrote, you should stick to Pettis. Keep going for Pettis. And they wrote, like, didn't you see the video Chael did? Like, we already went Pettis, and it didn't go well.
No, I think that's an amazing fight though for Gregor.
Yeah, I told him next time put cereal.
I told him to his face. I said
put
next
milk
time,
in the cereal.
Put milk in the cereal.
I said next time you do anything, let me know. I think I could come up with something pretty good.
Well, he had another problem. When he had called Pettis out, he had won. Gregor was still undefeated. Pettis had lost. Plus, Pettis had a hand injury that he made public, and I don't think Gregor heard about. And Pettis had changed weight classes and gone up to 170. So at the time that I gave Gregor a hard time about that, I had a lot of ammo. I mean, it was the 3-strike rule, like baseball, and you're out, which is why he didn't get the fight.
Yeah. Now,
but that's
Gregor,
the fight.
Gregor was annoyed with me about that, but I was right.
Yeah.
Islam and Gregor is
Islam.
That's the fight to me.
Chris Wade, the guy right here, is giving Islam probably his toughest fight in the UFC.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
How's he feel, by the way? Chris, how's he feel, by the way? Was he got a good pressure? Is he a pressure fighter?
He almost submitted me with that triangle. He had one of those like steel cups on, and he pulled my glove like into the triangle, and I couldn't get he had it hooked. So he was pulling me into it, and I thought about it for a second, but then I used like hammer fist to get out of it. But
I cornered you for that one. No,
I don't know how.
Because I remember you like hulking out, like, dude.
I don't know how to explain that fight. I think like I've seen him do some great things on his feet, but it looked like from the start of the fight he didn't want to strike. Every time I threw, he shot a shot, and then it turned into some crazy grappling scrambles. But his strength, like let's say, when you're against the cage, you got your ass against the cage and someone's got like a loose double on you, but they're trying to finish and you're splitting your legs one way or the other. The way he was able to pull my knees in together, lock his hands, and pull me away from the cage, his power from there was... I never felt that before. I've never felt that from another 55-pounder.
And he's going with me, Chael.
Sure.
Believe it
he
or
knows
not.
strength, right? He's felt strength. I get it. But Chris, I got to ask you, specifically pace, specifically the pressure.
Yes.
Is there can you feel it? Can you go, man, this guy's just coming forward, he's coming at me? Does he? Because you can see that Khabib does that, but does Islam do that too?
He wasn't. He was going the other way, but then when the grappling would start, you know how scrambles go. If you stay in a prolonged scramble, like a 5-minute round, I mean, it gets just flat out exhausting. So it would turn into like, I'm trying to choke him. He's out of it. He's on top of me. I swept him. Now he's up. He's out. We're in on a takedown. It just was
probably great energy control. While you're going for a choke, he's like, I'm good here. Go ahead, squeeze.
His ability to. I choked him 3-4 times hard, and he never panicked. He found his way out of it. His ability to.
Chael, I want Islam as my tag team partner.
There you go.
It was the body.
That'd be fun.
It was the body triangle in the third. Once he locked that up, I couldn't get out of his body triangle. That's what locked it up. So my fight with him was a little bit different than some of the stuff you see, but I think that's what you were saying that fascinates me, and I always talk to people about is the match with me and him being both grapplers. That's what makes like the most exciting stuff. And for Gregor and Khabib to go at it, that would be two of the best grapplers I've ever seen. go at it, it would be fireworks because the scrambles you would see would be just insane.
Yeah.
You would have to slow motion and go back and go half speed to understand even what happened.
Yeah.
half the time.
See, and Khabib is such a competitor, you know. I mean, he puts a pace on you and he wants to win really bad. But that's what I see in Gregor. I mean, I see a dog in Gregor.
Yeah.
Gregor will put that pace. Gregor's
know.
not backing down.
And so Chris.
What seems to be weird, though, fellas, is Gregor isn't out there demanding anything. I mean, the four of us are sitting here making a bigger case for Gregor than I've ever heard Gregor make for Gregor.
Yeah.
That part confuses me.
Yeah, I was gonna say us three have all trained a lot with Gregor. Gregor is a savage. He's a different animal.
He actually needs a mental coach.
He has one a little bit in
Is that what it
CERN.
is?
No,
Is he not believing in himself?
He needs a legit mental coach because the thing is, like, wrestling. You just win and you advance. In MMA, you know more than anybody. You need to fucking, hey, give me the best guy. Not the best guy. Just I have to go against him.
That's actually what I wanted to ask you, is because we spoke about this before you getting on the air, and being wrestlers, right? Coming from the wrestling community, what we're used to is that hard work, not getting in trouble, right? Busting your ass, doing your schoolwork, right? Working on the side,
Doing the right thing.
Getting your hand raised, right? You want to dominate. Yes, you want to pin a guy. You want to tech a guy. You want to show them that you're superior to them. You want to run your way through a tournament. But you were one of the first people I ever saw in wrestling that you seem to always get it beyond, and I didn't. Beyond, you knew there was more to it than getting your hand raised when you transitioned to MMA. What you're talking about right now, you're saying no one's politicking. He's not politicking for himself, but everyone else is. How did you figure out so quick that there was so much more to it than just getting your hand raised and using the best, safest style to win?
I got to tell you, I think I just saw somebody else do it. Like, I don't think I reinvented the wheel on that. My father and I were both big fight fans and wrestling fans. I mean, amateur wrestling. But, I grew up watching Tommy Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard and even the Mike Tyson era. I was around for all of that. And it was just something in boxing that was totally different than amateur wrestling where we came from. You shake hands, you keep your mouth shut, and you walk away. But the boxers were setting things up. They were promoting. And this is before mixed martial arts was around. But the boxers would call somebody out, and then they'd say why they wanted to fight him. And it didn't always have to be some kind of negative what people call trash talk. Sometimes it was just a challenge. Sometimes it was an open competitive. Sometimes it was because you're the champion, I've done everything that I need to do and I deserve my opportunity. I don't really care what the why is, but I do think that the why is important. I think that there's 5 parts to a story. I remember being in 3rd grade and Mrs. Stafford went in front of the class and she wrote it down. Who, what, when, where, and why. And fighters often call somebody out or they say when they want to fight, but they forget the why. If you're going to tell me a story, you got to have who, what, when, where, and why. Tell me why this fight matters. If I like the story, man, I get behind it.
That's why I didn't get the Frank Yeager fight, huh? I said Frank Yeager, Madison Square Garden. I walked away. I didn't give him a why.
You didn't give him the why.
We're looking
you had to say why.
Literally one of the experts. Like
yes,
the best
no,
to ever do it
1,000,000%.
in promoting and in taking it beyond wrestling. So that's exactly it.
Chris,
I think the why.
Can Chris text you on the side for advice for how to do the PFL? Well,
Chris,
that's different.
I appreciate that. I mean, you just gave me a very big compliment. I appreciate that. But I'll tell you this, because you guys can certainly relate. You'll have these fighters that come out and they're upset, and they'll say, I'm being under-promoted.
Yes.
But then they stop right there and they never finish it. And I always want to grab them and just go, okay, tell me what that means. No, you said you were under-promoted. Tell me what it means to be promoted. Does that mean you weren't on enough billboards? Does that mean your name wasn't on enough marquees? You weren't on poster? What do you think promotion means? Because let me answer that question. All promotion is storytelling. If you have a story, tell the story. If it's a great story, it means you got a great fight. If it's an okay story, that means it's going to be an okay fight. If it's not a very good story at all, but you gave your best swing at it, you're probably going to be on the undercard. But all promotion the great promoters are great storytellers. But in a story, we must have all 5 W's. And I see fighters leave out all the time. Why? Why are we doing this? It can't just be about unified rules and punching each other in the face. That sounds a little bit too barbaric. Why? Why does this matter? What is on the line here? Why do you want that guy? You tell me why, I'll get behind you.
And sometimes the more asinine why is better.
I agree.
Because he was
Fully
the fucking red corner every time. That's why I want to fucking fuck him up.
Sure. Yeah, like the Y can be whatever you want. Just throw a Y out there.
Because he's got a
Maserati. Like
Maserati.
You gotta be
but there must
passionate.
be some reason you're calling that guy out. Like, guys do that with Conor all the time, but nobody wants to tell the truth, right? Everybody wants to fight Conor because you're going to make a whole bunch of money.
Right.
If somebody came out and said that, hey, man, you want to know what? I'm 3 months behind on my house bill. I could pay that whole damn thing off, and Conor would just say yes. Conor, what do you think? You want to change my life? McGregor'd probably look at that and go, why the hell not? I mean, but it would be something different. Trying to call him out the same way that everybody else calls him out. I'm going to kick your ass. Well, then why would I fight you? If I know for sure you can kick my ass and you're promising me you can't, I'll go find somebody else because I'm looking for a guy that can't kick my ass. I mean, it's just like it's like the worst approach ever. The whole I'm going to beat you. Well, if I know how the story's going to end, I really don't need to watch the movie.
Man.
Yes, perfect example.
Yeah.
You versus Anderson Silva. Nobody else gave him any type of disrespect or anything like that. Chael got on the mic and was like, Anderson Silva, you absolutely suck.
Sure.
And everyone was like,
Monumental.
oh my God.
Yeah.
But we created a story, right?
yes,
We're
you
just, that's
did.
all promotion is. We're just telling a story. We didn't need billboards and marquees and countdown shows. We needed a microphone and a camera. We had it and we used it. And I appreciate you giving that to me, but I mean, I will take the credit for it because, I mean, if we're talking about the story of promotion, all we're talking about is telling a story. But don't forget who, what, when, where, and why.
Yeah, but what
So
was,
Diego Sanchez has a chance to fight Conor McGregor.
Yes.
Yeah, he really does.
I mean,
the
I'm
world has
very
gone
light
mad,
on that.
Chael.
I can't imagine that would happen.
Right.
No.
But
No way.
if Conor McGregor says that's the guy and we're looking to buy a little time before me and Khabib and I don't want to sit out until September, maybe.
You watched the
Maybe.
fight, right? You watched the fight this past weekend.
Oh, yeah.
I
Watch 'em all.
texted Doc.
I was going to say, he texted.
I texted Doc at 1 minute into the first round. I said, I'll fight Diego Sanchez at 170.
Me too.
Hey, Diego's been around a long time, you know, and people are giving him a hard time for stopping that fight. But, I mean, I think we got to take him at his word. If you take an illegal shot, it's very much within the rule. That's why the rule
Right.
is there. If you take
Right.
an illegal shot and you can't continue,
Right.
there's a
Right.
built-in mechanism. I really don't think he should be teased.
No,
I mean,
hang on,
Diego
no,
Sanchez is a
no.
tough son of a bitch.
Yes.
If he says he was hurt, his word's good enough for me, man.
Well-
If he says he was hurt, I believe him.
So, on the contrary, and it happened, I looked at Stan. I said, he's too dumb to take the out. And then he goes,
My eye.
I can't see.
see.
Like, what? Hang on. There's a really good chance maybe he can't. But he was like, can I talk to
Nah,
my corner?
he could see.
He was
He could
trying
see.
to
He finessed
get somebody else to. What? Hang on.
To find out the rule.
Yeah.
He wanted to find out the rule.
He wanted
None
to
of
make
us
sure-
really know that rule. Right.
If he stopped it, that he wouldn't lose himself. He wanted to make sure.
Well, or it'd be a draw.
right. Sometimes it goes
Well,
back
Chris-
to the foul, and then they judge before that. But when
Because
it's
Chris, do you remember the night where Weidman fought Gagard?
Yes.
And Gagard cheated. Gagard needed him when he was down. So Weidman goes, I'm done.
Yes.
Weidman would win by disqualification. And then something happened. I don't even know what happened, but something happened within that jurisdiction. And they go, no, not only is it not a disqualification, it's not even a no contest. You lose by TKO. And all of us are at home going, that can't be right.
I
But no
remember
one
that.
really knows that rule until it's tested because it can be different in each state. That's not part of the unified rules. The unified rules only carry over to what you can and can't do in the sport. As far as the administrative rule, that can actually change state to state. I don't know that it does, but I don't know that it doesn't. None of us know those rules.
yeah, it's so
Chael,
weird.
that's why I love this sport. And it also makes me boil. Because the thing is like,
I remember.
I fought for 10 years. I don't know what makes you win a round or lose a round.
No clue what they're judging.
No one knows.
It's got to change.
I don't know what makes you get DQ'd or makes you get disqualification.
Well, listen, I'll tell
Or
you
no
what.
contest. Sure.
Kneeing a guy in
one
the
knows.
face on the ground is probably not your best interest.
Right. I agree. And that guy's hang on. That other guy is a goddamn Greek god.
Yeah, but he has the IQ of a houseplant
Right.
because he was fouling. No, seriously, he was fouling. You cannot flip and stomp somebody. If that lands, you're gonna get DQ'd.
That's why he's
also.
like even.
Right.
That's why he was the co-main event because he does flips and tries to stop people.
and that's what's wrong with the sport.
Sure.
100%. Yeah. I could see
Yeah,
that.
but
Because
you-
he's
but
trying
Chris,
so
you-
hard
you
to be
get-
Conor and spin around and do this, that, and the other thing. But his IQ is a fraction of what his
Right.
is. and he's losing fights to Diego Sanchez because he knees him in the face after.
Hang on. Like when you saw that fight coming up, where was your? I'm not saying you put money down, but where would you put it? Was it on Diego because he has the gas
That was
tank?
stealing money.
Was it?
I was not picking Diego in that fight.
Neither was I.
Yeah, I was not picking Diego.
I mean, because that
I always
guy.
pick Diego. When it comes to confidence and bringing your balls with you and going and getting a fight, I mean, he's like watching Dennis Bermuda's fight. Like, some guys are fighters. Some guys are going to fight all night. Diego gets that same kind of credit that Dennis does. But it does look like maybe his focus, maybe his eyes off the ball a little bit. You know, he changed camps, and now he's working on a new system, and it appears that he's still adjusting to that system and isn't totally comfortable with it.
Oh, and even there, Chael, what system is he working on? Have you seen those videos?
He's not getting there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, just like 24 hour. Yeah, I saw it last night when I was laying in bed. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, Diego. Go back to Jackson Link or just go back to a gym. Not that guy. That guy doesn't seem like he's doing anything for him.
We did get Diego on. He doesn't do interviews, I don't think.
No,
I went overseas with him, Chael, and he's, it's me, Ashley Evans Smith, I think
Tom Lawler,
and Diego, and he's doing he's stretching in the airport with a band, and people are walking by like, what the fuck is this guy doing? But the thing is at first, because he had touched on 145 before we went on this trip, so I'm seeing him in the airport like, yo, I'll fuck your ass up. Like, it's kind of one of those. And then I think he was talking about, I could be the best at 170. I'm like, okay. And he bought me a little wristband. I'm like, you're all right, my buck, dude. I'm like, but the guys, he means well to everybody. He's a great guy. He's just a little, ready for this? Here's the story. So it's 3 o'clock in the morning. We're in Iraq. And I hear movement on Diego's bunk bed and Tom's underneath. I'm like, I kind of look over, and I see a black, it's very dark. We're in this little, you've done these overseas things, right? I'm like, man, hang on, I can't be seeing this. Diego is not on the ground with his foot on the top bunk stretching. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. So I just roll over, I go, hey, Tom, was Diego stretching? I don't know. Diego, were you stretching at 3 o'clock in the morning? Yep. I'm like, what the fuck? Holy shit. Just
that's really funny. I've also only kind of known him from a distance, the Ultimate Fighter, and he's a very interesting guy. But I've only had one face-to-face sit where we really got to sit down and just be buddies, no cameras or anything. He was the most
awesome.
He was great.
Awesome.
He was awesome. But then he kind of goes into a persona. I'm not sure that he's not secretly a marketing genius, because when you just hang out with him versus the guy that's on camera, it's two different. He's very level-headed. He's great. And then the camera comes on him, man. He's a showman. I'm into Diego.
Me too.
Yeah, he's got that.
I love the guy. I really do. I'm fascinated by it.
He's got that infamous yes. That
Yes.
I know you're a big pro wrestling guy. That the guy Daniel Bryant built his
cartwheels.
A pro wrestling guy built his whole gimmick on Diego Sanchez's walkout.
Oh, that's
Sure.
right.
And it's
He
Yeah,
has his own
Bryant.
GIF.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep. Chael, you watch a little pro wrestling, you've seen Daniel
remember
Bryant.
when he
He's had
came
the
out the
whole
cross?
arena.
Do you remember when he came out with the cross?
Daniel Bryant used to train at Extreme Couture. He was trained by Neil Melanson, so he's a big MMA fan. So, yeah, he was influenced by that. That's true.
Yeah, he saw Diego walk out and was like, yo, I'm going to steal this and see if it picks up.
Oh, he knows what he's doing a
And
little
it picked
bit. Yeah.
up hard.
I that fight made me go back and watch. I went on YouTube because I remember saying to myself when I was younger, this is one of the dudes that inspired me because he was a wrestler and whatnot, and just seeing how nasty, how tough he was. Him and Josh in the house, and and I watched his highlights and I was like, I saw Tyson, man. He was a southpaw and he was ripping lead uppercuts followed by lead hooks. He was his speed, his power, his willingness to get hit. It was uncanny. And just watching the two guys now, the guy that is now and the guy that was, it's just so different. And I think that's why we talk the way we do now, and it sucks because he just got older and he had so many great fights. But
I also don't think you should be inducted into the Hall of Fame until after you're done fighting.
I agree with that. Just on tradition, like I know there's no rule on that, but it does seem like something that needs to be done post facto. Like let the whole body of work go, and then really recognize and honor a guy for the whole body of work. I agree with that.
Right. Like even after they retire, like give it fucking 10 years where they can't be like, you know what? I'm back. I can do this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I'm going back in. Yeah.
Well,
No, that's true.
Chael, while we have you for another minute, we didn't talk about UFC 247 at all. So we'll ask one of the gurus in MMA right now, one of the guys with the biggest shows. How did you score John Jones versus Dominic Reyes?
Man, I had Reyes won the first 3 and lost the second 2, and I'm kind of bullish on that. I mean, I was pretty sure on what I saw, but I'm not crying foul ball. I will cry foul ball on the judge that gave John Jones 4 rounds and Dominic only 1. I believe that to be fiction. I believe that to be something that did not happen. But I don't think there was a screw job there. I thought that John Jones showed his absolute grit and toughness. I mean, whether I thought it was 3-2 Reyes, and 2 for Jones, either way, there was never a moment of that fight when John Jones ever stopped trying to win that fight. Even when John thought the chips were down and thought, I got to finish this guy, then he came out and tried to finish that guy. I mean, John Jones is a competitor I really think deserves a lot of credit. And I personally don't get along with John Jones. It pains me to praise John Jones, but that's what I saw, man. I saw a guy that wanted to win and tried to win for 25 minutes, and I respected it.
Because I have, like, 2 things in my head. Like, one, you have to take the title from the champion. But then there's also the second. Let's say the fight continued forever. Who would die first? Obviously, it's in John Jones' favor. He won 4 and 5, like, no questions asked. So if it went 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way to fucking 25.
He's coming out of that cage, bro. He's coming out of that cage.
Right? That's
He's a winner, bro. He's a winner.
He's a winner.
A lot of people don't like him,
He just knows
but
how to win.
we've known him for a long time through wrestling. That guy knows how to win. He's always known how to win. He doesn't always know how to act, but he knows how to win.
Now, the
He's so
fights
tough.
are getting closer between him and his opponents.
He's
For
getting
sure.
older a little bit.
Yes,
They're getting
I know,
younger.
so-
It's like-
Endless tape to study.
Yes.
Endless tape
Well,
to study.
there's that. Like, what's... Right? We had Doc Parsons on, I don't know, a month or 2 ago. He said every fighter has so many rounds.
You only have so many rounds.
Yep.
I mean, I think his rounds
No,
are...
I agree with that.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I fully agree with that. Do you guys still see me? I said that I cut out a little bit.
Yeah, there's no video now.
It says you're paused.
All right, it'll come back. I apologize. My
No
wife is
bigs.
calling me. I'm sitting down. She's wondering why I'm not walking in the house for
Yeah,
dinner. Hey,
got
I gotta
you.
tell you guys this stuff. Dennis, you know the guys that we wrestled with, but they were like unbeatable, like a
Yes,
4-time state
yes.
champion, or the undefeated national, or the guy that won the Olympics. One thing those guys all have in common is their careers are over by the time they're 25 years old.
Right.
And it comes back to Doc's point. You only have so many rounds in you. You can only fire so many bullets. And if you want to get it up every time and get it out early in college and have a bunch of those, good for you. But you're probably not going to go very far in the pros. And that just seems to be a reality. Whether it's fair or not, historically speaking, it does seem to be a reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
when Doc said it, it made so much sense for me.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I was like, yep, I used up all my rounds. But now I'm like, you know what? Maybe I have, like, I don't know, 15 left
Maybe
in
you
me.
refilled the chamber.
Nah, I
And
know.
sometimes that chamber
Yeah.
does refill. That's true.
Yeah.
They talk about people in their primes, and they always try to make it like the world belongs to 18 to 25-year-olds. It's really not true, Dennis. You and I know this, and Chris, you could agree as well. It's more of a mental prime.
Right.
When did I want it the most? When was I the most motivated? What times in my life was I most excited to see the clock was 3 and I had to walk into practice versus going, oh boy, it's 3 o'clock, I better show up for practice because
Right.
that's what I do.
Yep.
And that's when you're in your prime. It's not when you're your fastest and strongest and youngest. It's when is it still exciting?
Right.
And nothing's exciting forever. That's the reality, and that's when the prime is gone.
Yeah.
It's hard. Think about how long he's been on top. How do you get up for every single fight?
Sure.
And every single one of those guys are the cream of the crop, and they're trying to take what he has, and they're trying to take his head off, and he's got to get up every single time, and he's been doing this.
I tell you what, partying before, a week before,
He's the man.
and
he's the
celebrating the victory before the fight. That's pretty,
Yeah.
makes it harder for you.
Yep.
But yes, Chael,
Yeah.
we've had you for a minute. We appreciate the time. We'll let you get home to
Thank
the
you
wife
so
and kids.
much.
Yeah, you got
But wait,
two little
Fellas,
real quick before we let you go, you got this huge event coming up this weekend. What is this? Submission Underground. What number you at?
submit. You know, we're at number 11. It's going to, and thank you for the plug. It's going to be Sunday. That is February 23rd. Is in this Sunday. It is at 6:00 Eastern, live and free on Fight Pass. And by free, I mean as long as you paid for your subscription.
I'll be watching. You got Stud and Austin Vanderfort. You got Rage and Al. You got Mike Perry. What's the tag team main event again?
All right, so Vinny is bringing Kyle Bain with him to take on Craig Jones and Nicky Rod. And, yeah, all hell's going to break loose. And don't forget, Mike Perry's bringing his wife. We got the Platinum Princess making her Submission Underground debut. Don't forget about that one.
Wow. Yes.
Wow. I'm tuning in.
You're the promoter,
All right,
Chael.
fellas.
I'm trying
I've
to...
had it with you all.
I'm
I've had it with you all. Kaboom.
See you, bro. Man.
Oof.
Y'all, I'll be right back.
You gotta use Albano. Tag team me in. We gotta get used to this tag team action.
Yeah, we're going to talk when you get back. Wait, something I had in mind, you and Patrovich as a tag team. But we'd have to find the opponent.
Well, the thing is, I wanted to ask Chael. I could also, text him. I wonder how...
Wait. I think Chael had a good time.
1,000,000%.
I think Chael would become a regular on our show.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. I think he had a good time.
Man, I didn't know Chael was such a Dennis Bermudez fan.
My manager works very closely.
Yeah,
So Chael knew a lot about me without me.
Yeah, Parsons is almost like his best friend or his co-worker. They own Bad Guy Inc. together, and we've learned so much about that through just having Parsons on. But man, he was like the way he said thank you for the promo. He was cutting promos on Menace. Like, what did he say? I feel like he fights like Khabib fights like Dennis Bermudez. Like he just keeps going.
What he's talking about? No, he's talking about Diego.
No.
Yes, he was talking about Diego. Yeah.
I'll have to re-listen.
Yeah.
I heard Khabib.
Still a legend.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Who? Dennis Bermudez or Chael?
No. Diego.
Dennis Bermudez too. Oh my God. I love, and don't get me wrong, I love Diego. The only thing I'm saying is I'm not a big fan of his trainer. I'd rather see Diego at an AKA or a Jackson Wink or...
You know what? I want to be Diego's trainer.
Yeah, 100%. Then the videos I've watched on that guy, I just can't...
Yeah, it's hard to get behind.
It's hard to get behind because you don't want someone stepping in
Now,
potentially...
now, in all honesty, right? So me and you don't know that guy from a hole in the wall. He may be saying the best things for Diego's mind, which, like, Diego knows how to fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I always say this to Chris, and I say this to all my people. Like, let's say, okay, you have an injury. Let's say you didn't fight. You didn't train for 6 weeks, but you had to fight on the 7th week. Do you think you'd completely forget how to fight? No. Like, it's like, right, like, you might even, like, sometimes when I get away from jiu-jitsu and I come back, I'm like,
people.
You better.
I'm like, it's weird.
Yeah.
You have your moves you're going to go to.
It's weird. No, it's just like,
No.
I don't care. Like, I haven't been trying.
Yeah,
I haven't been thinking about it all the time.
That's a real thing.
I come back, I fuck people up randomly, and I feel great. And then it's not until like 2 or 3 weeks I start feeling worse.
And you fall back into the groove of it.
Yeah, the groove messes you up, man. The grind can mess you up. Sometimes
sure.
There's a little bit of freedom in that one-off. Like, let's get it.
But yeah, Chris Wade, like I was saying before you walked out, we want to do some type of tag team, and then I thought of like Wade and Menace. Menace isn't sure because he's not training. But then I was like, man, Patrovich and Wade. But that would be like, who would I even be able to get to do that?
Yeah, who are you going to get to go
Nobody wants that smoke.
against both of us?
Yeah, nobody would want that smoke. And then even if they do, they don't realize what they'd almost be getting into. Like, nah, this is there's no punches involved? Because this is the 30th time we've probably done this together.
Yeah, I would love to do that with him, and I'm sure he would too.
Bro, my brain, when I thought of it, it went...
That
it was
would
one of
be
those.
amazing.
Yeah.
You would have to get 2 pretty big name dudes though, because you're talking about a grappling match, right?
Yep. The tag team jiu-jitsu like Chael's been doing.
Yeah, man.
And it's very interesting. Like, if you go home and, like, when you get out of here, watch a tag team jiu-jitsu match, it's literally, like he said, they have the little rope. That's like some pro wrestling shit. It's very intriguing. And then even like that, I didn't notice that in the tag team jiu-jitsu matches I watched where you have that 3 seconds to double team a guy.
Yeah.
Right when he said that, I was like, man, what if...
Now, what does he mean by the 3 seconds, though? I'm confused by that because I haven't seen this yet.
You have 3 seconds to do something. So
What do you mean? And at the 3rd second, the one person has to release. The
but
hold?
like in those 3 seconds, if you tag the guy in, just hold the guy and have your boy come in and armbar him real quick, or have your boy come in and apply the choke, and then you're tagged out. So then he has already got the submission locked in. I could see how that would work.
Oh yeah, we'll fuck somebody up in that.
Oh my gosh.
What do you got?
Big time.
Just give it a read. The only thing is so with tag team, is there like, what's the weight deal? Like this all
because Ryan's a weight above
Are
me.
all-
so-
Are you sending that?
No, I'm asking. Is yeah, right?
Yeah, it's up
Yeah.
to you.
Are all
We're
four,
on your clock at this point.
are
We know
all-
you got work.
Right. Are all 4 people?
What do we got? 9:30?
Man, I gotta roll.
9:47? So that's up to you, Menace. What do you want to do?
Oh, I just sent it.
Oh, did you?
I thought maybe 15 minutes. 15 minutes.
Maybe.
Well, yeah. Is it like?
So wait,
What-
we didn't even speak to Chris Wade about that. Chris Wade, we're doing an event
Oh yeah.
April 11th. We're
I
obviously
didn't know
gonna
that.
Well, I put it on the stories subtly.
we're obviously gonna
Oh,
have
put
you
up one
there
thing.
as a VIP, but we also would love to see if maybe you'd want to do a grappling match or something. Like I know you did the Rise that time.
Yeah, I did Rise with Sydney Outlaw, and we basically had all but a fight.
Yeah, I remember being like,
that
"Yo,
was awesome.
He threw me off the stage.
Oh, so Chris, I watched
With
your
a
grappling
single
match,
leg.
right? I watched your grappling match, and I'm like,
So
yeah,
sad.
this is what I want. So then I'm like, yep, sign me up. And this dude's like, nope, not doing takedown, not even standing. And I remember
We're
being like,
gonna
come on,
drop
man.
Guard, yeah.
Remember, like, stand. And he was like,
he sat guard immediately."
we signed up for grappling, not wrestling. And I was like, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
Wasn't into it.
Oh, because in my head, hang on, maybe he was like, he knew what I had in my head. Like, I was like, man, I'm gonna try and hit the biggest double legs with some jumps
Yeah, big.
that I can do. Like, maybe I'll run this dude off the stage, but like, go with him.
But even what we want to do is we're not going to have a stage. We're going to go submission underground like Chael. So Chael does his whole show in an octagon or a cage, hexagon, whatever you want to call it. Our show is going to be, our grappling match is going to be in a cage.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can finish that and keep going.
Now the thing
Mine,
is,
it was like stop, reset.
yeah.
We got on the edge, reset.
We don't
reset.
want you
Well, the
guys
thing
to
is,
fall.
No reset.
it's totally in our advantage for, like, I think, like, I don't know what Henzo's if you get into a fucking wall if you keep going or not. I know in our gym you do.
Oh, yeah. And even in our cage, we're going to have cage wrestling. We almost want to do like what Chael does. So the cage is a totally
man,
usable.
come on.
Yeah. We're not playing.
Because I
games.
know, because Chris would send me and, like, LaFleur, like, yo, in Russia, they're doing 5v5s. MMA fights, like, let's do it.
I've been saying to my
Ship us
friends
over.
since we were 16 years old, like, yo, if we could fight like 4 other dudes, like, we would win this thing. We would win big money because find 4 other dudes that can
Right.
cohesively
That can
hang like
work
that.
as a unit
yeah, work
like
as
us.
a unit,
Yeah.
like understand what's going on over here.
Like, help!
Yeah,
Like-
like who needs what, and that's starting overseas. It's gonna be around one day, man, because
I don't
We
know.
will hope-
yes, it is because
We're going to hopefully be the first people to do it in New York because we're
No.
not looking at this as one and done. We want to do.
people need more. They need more.
No.
They need more. Yes, they do. It's never enough. They
Dude,
get, like,
we're becoming such
jaded.
a pussified fucking country. You think I'm like, you know what? Yep, let's have a small basketball team versus another basketball team fist fight each other. Like, the knockouts would be really bad. Like, when you punch someone in the back of the head when they're not looking.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen a few of those in the street. I'm like, ooh,
The
not going over there.
Fights in streets are really bad. It's reality. At least you're
Right.
signing up for it and you have gloves on and you're getting paid something or whatever. I don't know.
I think this is my second time promoting. Like, do you watch Nature's Metal or The Dark Side of Nature?
I think there should be. No, I don't. But
They're on Instagram. It's just like what happens in nature where like a fucking gazelle's giving birth and the lion's like, yep, thank you. Like, and this fucking,
yeah, right now I'm going to eat.
yeah, like I'm eating you and then your baby that's just born like fucking wobbly led, like I'm going to eat that next. I'll just kill it. And then, dude, they're videos. And like, I'm like, man.
Bro, those are the best fights because in reality, because let's face it, like, yeah, one-on-one fights are cool and pro fights are cool and they hype up. They try their best to hype them. But at the end of the day, you're a pro fighter. You're above this. Yo, some of the best fights are, like, out of emotion or friends and groups. And and, like, people who think something. You know how many groups are out there that are disturbed that think they're this much tougher than they actually are? It's amazing.
Yeah. I just when I watch...
There's 4 guys watching right now that are like, we could fuck them up. Bro.
Yeah.
Like, all right, hey.
That used to be me before I got into MMA. I'd be drunk with like 3 of my buddies like, I'll take Don Cerrone down.
Now we got you.
What's up?
Like, I'll beat Don Cerrone.
Blaine, welcome back.
And that's why I got into it. Because I truly believe that. You know?
So, yeah, we were just talking about some tag team jiu-jitsu matches and stuff.
Stop making out your dog.
What?
Stop making out your dog. You know how you Pennsylvania folk get.
Bro, I'm just showing some love to my pup.
Oh, and even that, yeah, you got to fight April 24th, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking to Chris about Menace and myself getting into the promoting game. So April 11th, we have our first event, our inaugural event. We're calling it the New York Combat Championships. We're going to be at the Melrose Ballroom right here in Queens. If you weren't fighting April 24th, we would throw you something and be like, yo, you want to come in? And...
Hang on, but if you can make the trip, we will get you tickets.
If I'm not out in California, I will definitely take you up on that.
Deal.
Oh, so you might be at AKA for that one.
That's what we're trying to do. I got to build up some money real quick and get out there.
How's the sponsor game? Who sponsors you? You can give a quick plug.
My number one top sponsors that I always got to shout out, that always have my back, is Elite Energy, Dependable Solutions, the Borough Bar and Grill in Homelstown with the best wings in Pennsylvania. Got to check them out. And one of my newest sponsors that are a huge benefit to me, which I actually will do a little plug real quick, is my Conquer CBD oil, 100% THC free. So check them out. They're pretty dope.
So if me, Chris, or Stan are traveling through Pennsylvania and we go to what place for wings?
I was going to say
Bar and Grill.
Like if I put the plug in, like, yo,
Menace is a big wing guy.
he sent me here.
Bro.
Like, can I get some free wings?
Bro, I'm telling you right now, best freaking wings you ever had in your life.
Big wing guy.
I love those wings, dude.
Huge ring.
Like
Okay.
I'm like if I go to a restaurant, I'm like, I don't know what to get. Like, well, I've had a dozen. Like, let me just see. Like, I love wings. Like, let me just see how they taste here.
We went to a Mexican place last week, and you were like, wings. I'll take the wings.
Mexican?
At a Mexican place. I'll take the wings.
Yeah.
I don't think I've done that.
No.
Well, I've been drinking.
You haven't hung out with Dennis.
Yeah.
So
Well, I had to try them there.
So one more time, what was the name of that spot?
Borough Bar and Grill in Homelstown.
Okay. So Menace goes to PA every now and then, so maybe
Every
he can
here and
stop
there.
in one day.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I know. Freaking, he jumps on Xbox enough, and I try to tell him to freaking get on some
Oh, right.
PUBG.
This
What do
dude
you play on
harassing me.
Xbox?
Harassing me on Xbox for
What do
a
you
while.
play?
But then he
What's
actually
up?
became
What do you
good.
play?
PUBG.
Oh, PUBG.
Oh, come on.
Oh, bro.
You
And once
no,
they start,
no
once
Call
they
of
start
Duty?
making NCAA football again, I'll be on that shit.
Right.
Yeah, I'm a Fortniter.
No Call
Nah,
of Duty?
yeah. I'll play COD, but like I don't
Yeah.
have the newest.
Because
on
now
COD
there's cross promotion.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you could play with us. I have a PlayStation. He has a PC.
Cross-platform, you're saying?
I've got
You
all.
have
I
Xbox?
actually have all three.
Yeah, but like I don't
He'll
think
be-
that they
my
have
son-
a crossover for like the microphones though.
Yeah,
like,
they
so
do.
I
No,
could-
they
Yeah, we
do.
can all talk now.
They do.
It's
Since
all
when?
new. New. It's new.
Yeah, like the last
Last
update.
year or so.
Oh,
we
that's
can all talk.
Yeah.
recently.
We can all play in a party together and everybody can talk. It's dope.
Well,
I,
Dennis has got.
yeah,
You got my gamer tag. Let's
yeah.
all play.
I play on
Let's go.
PS4 mostly. I have an Xbox because
I don't
you know,
play with
want
him
one.
because he's so bad.
Not a Call of Duty.
No, Fortnite. You're
Yeah.
very bad.
Yeah, I am
True,
very
I
bad.
can't do Fortnite. I can't do
Steals
Fortnite.
loot.
We had Randy Brown on one
Call of
time,
Duty
and we were
is
talking
good,
about
though.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
We were talking about
I'm
playing
not-
with you, Wade, because
Your brother's
usually
good.
you
Chris
just yell at us to get
actually
away from me.
Chris actually rooting Call of Duty, or I mean Fortnite for me, because like he just put a lot of pressure on me. I'm like I can't see.
Doesn't Nick play too?
Who's that?
I think Nick plays Belmont.
Nick who?
He's a Fortnite guy too.
Nick who?
Belmont.
Valmont. I haven't gamed with him in a minute. He's in Cuba right now. I think he just took third.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot he was out there.
Yeah.
What is he wrestling?
No
Yeah.
relation to
Yeah.
Dan or relation?
No, Dan Valmont.
Oh, Dan. I thought you said Nick.
Yeah, he's a wild.
Oh.
Right? Dan Valmont's who you said, right?
Yeah, Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's-
might have been the sound. Yeah, I heard Nick as well.
No, yeah, I don't know. But yeah,
So
yeah,
you
no.
don't play Call of Duty?
I mean, I will. I just don't have the newest one.
Oh, well, then you can't play. You can't sit with us then.
Well, I'm not sitting with you. I'm sitting on my couch by myself.
Well, it's Stan got it. Like
Metaphorically.
yeah. Well, you ever see that movie Mean Girls? You got it, right?
Oh, you went Mean. Oh, that's where you were going.
Oh, you
just did
can't sit with us.
You just did a Mean Girls reference
Yeah.
on Menace and the Man.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh my
Sorry.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yikes. Well, I mean, I don't know. Well, can't sit with us on Call of Duty either, right?
Look, I'll download it right now. Where's my remote?
I mean, come on. You making that CES money?
I'm going home straight on the
Oh,
console.
he's hopping right in the sticks like as soon as he leaves here.
Throwing a lip in.
Well,
throwing
add me
down.
back and shoot me that gamer tag. We'll play. I'll play.
I really shouldn't.
I'll work it fine,
I
man.
can't.
Screw it.
I can't.
Yeah,
I can't because
Man's
I'll be
gotta
up
go
to
to bed.
fucking midnight. You know,
That's the
Yeah.
fight life, bro.
I know.
Yeah.
Now, full-time fighter. That's it.
I work part-time at FedEx, so literally my work schedule. This is my day. So,
You know that. You know, I used to work at fucking
That was
UPS before. When I was training at Blackman's, I used to do preload for UPS.
bro, I know way more about you than I should. I like the stories that I've heard with like you.
You're like, hang
and
on, what
Vic
part-time?
and
What
Dave.
part-time job did he have? I'm getting it.
Oh, UPS
My
isn't
part-
hiring. I'm going to FedEx.
No, you
Yeah, that's the truth. I mean, that's where the money's at. Is at FedEx.
No, it's not. But continue.
They're always working. At least they always got something for you.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't. Is FedEx the same union as UPS?
No, it's not a union at all.
Right. So that's where you lose.
Yeah, no, that's true. I'll give you that.
Dude,
But they love me
hang on.
so.
One time I went to. Hopefully this doesn't get me in trouble. I went to. Where's Tim Boetsch's gym? Sunrise?
Sunnyville, Sunny something.
Anyways, we were sparring. Tim Boetsch was a 205er at the time. I'm a 55er. And like I grabbed him. I was trying to double. Like I was like, he kneed me in the ribs at one point. I was like,
Tim
all right.
Boetsch?
Yes.
Yeah, big
I was,
motherfucker.
dude. I was smashing him,
You doing?
dude. When I was, how old are you, Blaine?
27.
When I was fucking, 23.
I was
Why
waiting
was
for
he
you to be like
sparring
one of
you,
Tim
though?
Boetsch's students
When I
or
was
something.
23, no, I didn't give a fuck.
Why was he sparring you though? Where was he standing to gain? Spar at
I don't
55?
know. He was already in the UFC. I think maybe he was just working with me. Maybe he was just fucking with me. Cause I remember I was standing next to Jeff Smith, who we had on the show before, and we were sparring. I think you got like Logan's gym.
Yeah.
And there was some
in the
fat
garage.
fuck that was like 240. And
what's his name?
anyways,
Yeah.
so and there was a black dude that ended up going to jail who's fucking shredded of his mind. So I remember looking at Jeff and
Court.
and yes, the fat guy was sparring, and I was up next. I was like, "Yo, Jeff, watch this. I'm gonna go in there and double leg him." He's like, "No, you're fucking not." I'm like, "Watch this." When there, not only did I double leg him, lifted him up, boom. So like, I would go. I mean, I didn't like. I knew Tim Boetsch was in the UFC, but I didn't know whatever.
Who he was, yeah.
I was smashing him with double legs, right? But like, it was like I was hitting a wall. So I thought I had fucked up my back or my muscles on the side because I was shooting as hard as I could, as fast as I could into a wall, and I realized he need me, whatever. So whatever, like we did like 4 rounds. I'm like, hey Tim, maybe 5. It happened in the second round. And I did 3 more. I'm like, yo man, my side's really starting to hurt. Like, can we call it quits? He's like, yeah, no problem. All right, man, cool. Touch gloves, pack up my shit, go get in my car. I had to drive like fucking 45 minutes back to my mom's house, right? Dude, I got to my mom's house. I was like, oh. I went to get out of the car. I was like, fuck.
You rolled your rib.
I did a 1, 2, 3 count. Like, 1, 2, 3, and I fucking got out of the car, right? And I'm like, fuck, this is bad. Like, I can't do work, kind of. Like, especially UPS. So I told them that I, hypothetically, this isn't real.
Everything's hypothetical.
Yeah.
Here.
I told them that I fell in a truck. And that's why I needed to see a doctor. I don't think I got, like, I think I worked through the time. But I remember the manager pulling me in and being like, hey, did you really fall on a truck? I was like, yes. She's like, I know you do fighting.
Oh.
I was like, no.
And then you like reenact it, like, no, I was in the truck and I fucking went down.
But everything I just said is a lie.
Yeah.
Hypothetically.
100%.
No, it's everything I just said was a lie.
You've been lying for minutes, bro.
Yeah.
You're full of shit this episode.
But fighting and having insurance is pretty cool like that, I guess.
Yes.
If you play it the right way.
Hell, it only works if you know what the fuck you need insurance for. Like
What do you
what
do for FedEx?
Jockey and forklift operating.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, hopefully it changes soon and you get that contract with the UFC.
So
after
real
you
quick,
get
I'm
this
gonna
next
get real
win.
nasty. Do you have a girlfriend?
Oh.
Kinda.
Okay.
So how many girls are you poking right now?
she's not gonna. She's not gonna listen. Don't worry.
One
Oh
girl.
my gosh.
She has 3 children of her own, and I got 1 girl myself. So,
Oh. Okay.
Dude, if you're trying to get that UFC money, I would fucking scratch her ass.
bro, I'm trying to pull a Matt Hughes, bro.
Show me
Work
a
on a
picture.
farm and fight.
Put a picture of her up to the screen right now.
But how the hell would I do that?
Yeah, you're on your phone, you idiot.
All that shit's on my phone.
Oh, you don't have any pictures of you and her like around your house?
No, I don't have
So
any
you're
Wait,
not
wait.
really, so you're not
Keep
really
it that
in
way.
love.
Keep it that way. Keep it that way. Yeah.
How long have you guys been together?
4 months.
Oh, how much money does she make?
I'm not putting her under the bus.
Yeah.
Around between 50 and 100.
0.
Wow. How many different baby daddies does she have?
Dead air. No comment.
right.
I love this woman. I have really strong
All
feelings.
right, you
for
can
her, so I
text
don't
me on the
want-
side. I'm trying to help you out, my dude.
Menace took this
Is
interview
it
for a
over
wrong turn.
2?
Over 2.
I would make 3.
Okay.
So what
But in her defense, my sister also has 2 baby daddies. Actually, both my sisters have 2 baby daddies and are single, so they're on the same fucking boat.
Whoa, Stan, you'd like his one sister.
I'm not big
No.
on girls with kids. Why?
No.
Is she hot?
Brandy? Is her name Brandy?
She's one of them.
Yeah, I'm Facebook friends with her.
Okay.
Oh god.
So I'm gonna look on Dennis's Facebook and friend messenger.
Just put in Brandy Shutt.
No, I would never.
Bro, just take my beard away and give me long hair. That's what she looks like.
Okay.
So
Yeah, she's like skinny.
Stan's getting really excited now.
Yeah, I'm into that. Well, like I said, Blaine, I hope you win this next fight. You change everything and you get, get
Hey
rid of
man,
that job.
if you wanna come to Long Island train, you got a spot.
I'd love to, man. Absolutely would love to do that. It'd be so
I
much
mean,
fun.
only like 1 or 2 days. I can't have you around too long, Gotta spend time with
So-
a lady.
And absolutely, I know it's a little close to your fight, but if you want to come out to the fights April 11th, you want to make that little trip, I'm sure it's a couple-hour drive, but we'll put you up. We'll figure it all out.
Yeah,
We'd
we'll have
definitely
you
love
come
to
to the
have you.
cage and be like, oh, hi guys.
Don't listen to him. He's retired. You could come train with us.
No, I just said
He's
he
not
could
He's
come.
like, he don't
No.
even train anymore.
I
I'll
said-
drive.
no,
in
I'm
the
saying you
car,
can stay with
park
me.
in the parking lot and chill in the back seat
But,
all
like-
night. I'm good.
He's got like 3 nights to
Oh,
stay with me.
well, like you said, if you're not in California,
Yeah, if I'm not in Cali, absolutely. But like, I'm down to drive all the way up there just to have a beer with you sometime. Shit.
yeah,
ooh, I like where your head's at.
yeah.
Maybe me and Menace will, and maybe we can get Chris
Stan-
Wade. We'll
yo.
jump up to Twin River.
Stan gets free drinks at a few spots.
Is there a
If you
casino
guys
up
come
there?
out to
Yeah.
River, I'm
Yeah.
big. I give you guys
There's
know
a
some
casino
tickets.
up
No
there.
problem.
I'll take that whole place.
They got a really nice casino up there.
So I just started
Oh, dude,
snowboarding.
bro.
There's no snowboarding over there, right? Camelback's where you gotta go for snowboarding.
Probably that.
Yeah.
Well, here, Blaine Shutt. You didn't sign the contract yet, but who's the next victim? What's his name? Shout it out.
Yeah, fuck him.
Fuck
I'm
that
not
guy.
supposed to, whatever. Pat gets mad at me. Richie Santiago.
You're gonna smoke that fool. I know him. Yeah, you got that guy.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a great win. He's a Contender Series vet, so that should get my name right on there. I mean, so
Contending Series vet means he fucking got his ass whooped on the Contending Series.
Do you know Richie Santiago was the one
yeah.
that Miguel was fucking up, and Miguel gassed, got kneed in the nose, and then he rear naked choked Miguel. But Miguel was piecing him
Our
up on the
Miguel?
feet.
Yeah.
Miguel.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd he go?
Life.
Uber.
Swallowed him up, yeah. Uber.
My brother just hit me up. He said that you look just like my youngest brother, Brad.
I could see that. He does look like a little bit like
No,
Brad
yeah.
Pitt.
Brad has way more like structure to his face.
I get told I look like Kyle Dake most of the time.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see it. I can
that.
see like a drawn out Kyle Dake.
I just got to put my glasses on and comb my hair to the side.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. Look at it. It's
Poke
happening.
out the lips a little bit.
Yeah, it's happening.
All right, Blaine. So you show up in shape on the 24th, and I think that's a great fight for you.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a great fight. I know he's got really good jiu-jitsu and shit, and I got that D1 caliber wrestling that I think is rock to his paper.
Where'd you wrestle at?
What?
Where'd you wrestle at?
UPJ.
UPJ. That's Division 1?
No, it's D2, but I'm D1
You
caliber.
fucking motherfucker.
I'm
Don't do
D1
that.
I said D1 caliber, son.
Don't say that.
D1 caliber. Never
Just
said
say
I'm D1.
collegiate caliber.
High
I
level
said
collegiate.
Caliber.
What, that offended you? What
I
did you
just-
smack me for?
I don't know why. Well,
He usually smacks
No.
me with shit like that. But
No,
yeah.
he. You know,
I wrestled every division
You wrestled
there
both. Yeah, yeah. You,
D1, JUCO, D3. What's up?
you did, didn't you?
Yeah, I got a
He
little
did.
piece of everything.
Man.
The
I
only thing
remember when I
missed was
first
D2, where he said he was at.
when I first met Wade. Wade had that great story. You told me didn't like Alec Baldwin come recruit you?
No, Billy Baldwin
Billy
got the
Baldwin.
program back.
Oh, like something like that. I remember hearing
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the man. He's still the man over there, Billy.
Damn.
He knows
And then you
what's
had that one season where Binghamton, you were the only winning wrestler.
up. Me and my roommate Nate. Yeah.
And the rest of the team was like fucking. I think you guys went 0 for the season. Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, dude.
And then they
don't
scrapped the
wanna know
program
what
after that
happened
1
there.
year, right?
Nah, they're still around. They did way better.
Binghamton.
Oh, they are still around?
Binghamton.
Yeah, Binghamton's
No.
still around. Yeah.
They got money.
Yeah.
They'll be around.
That we endured the worst year there was by far. It was god awful, man. It was hard to work through.
Yes, well, it's always tough.
His team would have whooped that ass for sure.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So Blaine Shutt, we'll let you get out of here. Good luck, April 24th. And don't
I
be a
appreciate
stranger.
that, guys.
We would
Good
love
luck.
to have you
Yeah,
back
we'll
on the
get you
show
out again.
again.
Dude, absolutely. Hit me up anytime. I appreciate the time. Good conversation. You guys are awesome. Dennis, I've looked up to you for such a fucking long time, bro, and you didn't
Thank
even
you,
know
man.
it. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, guys.
He appreciates it.
All right, guys,
We'll talk to you soon.
All right, Blade. See, that's why I offered my house to that kid.
Why? Because he's a good kid?
No,
You said
because
for a day or two, and then you were throwing his ass out because you have a girlfriend.
Yeah, and then you were like, yo, how many baby
How
mamas
are you
gonna
gonna drive down from Pennsylvania for 1 day to come train?
No, you come for a strong week, like a strong.
So here,
1 to 2 days.
let's corral this one up. Chris Wade.
Fine,
we'll make
fine. You can stay 4 days.
You see what we're doing here, Chris? It's fun.
I love
I
it.
feel like next time we could even
Next time.
step it up a little bit when we won't book any other guests and we'll just get Chris Wade in here for some shooting the shit.
Well,
and-
I want DFW.
Yeah.
Damn, boy.
You'll get it.
I ain't trying to talk to snare.
Yeah.
So
We'll bring the noise one day.
yo, so I don't know if I said this on air. Like, so at work, while I'm doing line work, we talk in a country accent,
We did. Me and you went country the one
and
episode.
it just I don't feel like I'm doing work. I'm fucking around, even though I'm doing the work.
Throws it off.
Yeah, like hey, damn boy, send me up a string clamp. Now I ain't gonna tell you again.
I like that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
A little flavor.
Chris, how so what? Maybe 2 years you come over to the union?
Do I switch over? It depends.
Nah, I don't know if it's in you.
Do I win PFL?
I mean, if you win the PFL, it changes where
Changes
you're
everything
going.
because
Why?
because I'll invest that money and I'll just make money. Let that money make money for me. Why do I need a job when I have $600,000? That I
Yeah,
can
but you
start
could.
with?
let that money make money for you while you're making money and having benefits.
Know, but
and insurance
I know.
Pension and 401k.
I know. I think dude might go to sleep half the nights a week thinking about what I should do.
I know the old man's all about.
That's part of the thing about fighting, man. It's time for these guys to have benefits and pensions and retirements. Stop stealing, bro. It's 2020. They just released the numbers again, and the UFC paid out 19% of their revenue. You know what the NBA pays out? Over half, I think. You know what the NFL pays out? 48. You know what baseball pays out? Over half. Dana White,
or at least
he wants
the option. Like, all right, we're gonna give you 50 and 50. You could have that as checks, or I don't know, untaxed and put into, something where
we're gonna defer 2,500 of it for you, and it's going in an IRA.
Right.
And as long as you're with us or whatever, and you're gonna be able to take your daughter to the Stat Health if she has bronchitis, whatever the case may be. Not like, hey, John Jones, you have so much money, we'll take care of you. Here's a card. Like, if you need to use it, just use it. Nah, bro, you're gonna get hit in the face by somebody like me in the middle of the road when I see you, because you've been stealing from people since you made it.
Yeah. So I went on Fight Pass the other day.
He should get hit in the face.
No, I went on Fight Pass.
You're not gonna fight again ever.
No.
You don't think he should get decked?
Who?
Dana White? Oh.
What are you laughing about?
Well, the thing
it's not funny.
No, I mean,
it's not funny, bro.
No. I put in.
It's not funny, bro. The dude put snow in Las Vegas on Christmas. So that his kids can do snowmobile jumps. But if his kid gets an ailment, thank God he has the utility now. But before that, this guy was selling his soul to the fight game.
We've talked
fighting
about
with
this.
dudes, getting in the hole, but he can't take Maddox if he has bronchitis to the doctor. That's on him and Lindsay to figure out.
The only chance,
and pay cash for. Nah, bro.
Think of all the other sports.
I will hit you over that. I will hit you over that.
The only chance that the fighters have is to unionize.
And they're too stupid. And we tried it. And you know what they do? They flush all the people that speak out.
Now, on Devil's Advocate, I definitely have acquired more money over the last 10 years than I think I could have acquired. I mean,
elsewhere.
Well, the thing is, let's say I got into the utility I'm in now.
Okay, so you believe.
Hang on. If I got the utility I'm in now, that's a toss-up. So it would probably be maybe the same.
We talk about it. Blood money. You got a lot of your money
I would
came
have
from
benefits
bonuses
the whole time.
Yeah.
But I would have benefits the whole time. I mean, would I be able to get free wings over at fucking Bourbon's Grill and, be a utility worker? No. Would the show maybe be 2,500 less followers? I mean, maybe. But, I mean, there's...
All I know is my personal story. My daughter's health insurance got covered through her mom, thank God, because she had a good, a stable paying job. Mine couldn't provide that because why? Because I'm an independent contractor,
right?
Like this, but you can't fight for anybody.
So
else,
I mean, we
independent contractor, so that they don't have to pay.
Yeah.
Someone needs to get there
because you were sitting right next to me. God rest his soul. Kobe Bryant came on the stage. UFC brought him.
Man, I'll never forget that.
And he was talking about the millions of dollars he invested the wrong way. And I remember looking at you like, I don't know if I've acquired one.
Well, even what I forget. I don't know when it was because I just seen your video blog. At what point did Arthur Quinta be like, "I'm fucking done"? Was it when?
Probably right before that.
I'll tell you exactly when he was done because I was sitting next to him. He was.
It was me.
They
Chris,
brought this
Alex
guy
Quinta.
from Budweiser out that was talking down on us like insanely.
He was wasted.
Like, we just want the winners. Like, he was like, I'm gonna beat somebody up. I'm gone.
I'm sure that built up like millionaire after millionaire talking about what you guys should do with your money, and you guys were all like, "Wait, when's Dana going up? We got questions for him." You know?
Oh, dude, it was getting rowdy.
Well, that guy, the Budweiser guy came on. He walked on stage with a Budweiser, and he was lit. Yeah, and he was like, "What year was this, Chris? 2016, 17?"
That was not 2016. That was like
Sorry.
2018.
No, it might have been 2015.
It might have been. No, it was like
after
2017 maybe.
It was after they made the whole compound out there. So it was like 2018, 2019. We were supposed to be happy that they made this compound we could show up at.
Well, it was definitely it was 2017 or 2018 because Menace retired 2019.
Yeah.
It was like the year
17-ish.
before.
Yeah.
Because I was gone out of there by the end of that year too.
But
You were gone in the middle of 2018.
Not well. It bled into 2019. That's when I was like, all right, that's it. Like it's.
yeah, can I have one more? Get one with Chris too.
Because even I remember your last fight was the Perez fight, and that was the year I broke my leg. So that was 2017 was your last UFC fight, and then they strung you along a little bit.
2018, yeah, it bled into 2018. Yeah.
Because then that was the Nassau fight where you fought, Ryan fought, and
Yes.
Yo, the bottom line is, bro, like nobody wants to talk. There's so many soft people out there. They take care of the people that have the belts that they want to, that can stop the show if they all stopped, so that they're taken care of and that they'll stay happy so the show can go on, and they keep screwing everybody up. You can't get mainstream and stay mainstream with an 81 to 19% revenue split.
100%. Yeah.
When you have guys bleeding, losing teeth, getting CTE, no insurance, no health benefits, no pensions, no nothing. Somebody's gotta pay, and I guarantee you, before me and him are gone, they're gonna pay for that shit.
Well, the thing is that
100%.
it's kind of like
100%.
it's kind of like playing the lottery, fighting, I guess.
No,
It's
not playing the lottery. Right now, they're suckering people, and he's telling you,
Well,
yo,
no, me and
guess
you,
what?
hang on, you
could be the next Conor McGregor.
No,
you
listen.
could be the next Ronda Rousey, but you can't.
You
know
did
why?
not sign on thinking you wouldn't be champion.
No, because I'm a competitor, bro.
Right.
I think that I can be.
So we signed on thinking we'd be champion, and we know champions make fucking bank. Right? Now, hang on.
define bank besides Conor, though. Define bank.
Any of those guys are making $1 million,
No.
over
No,
$1
they're
million
not.
a year.
No, they're
GSP.
A year.
No, they're not.
Who's not making over $1 million? Again,
They fight one time a year. They fight one time every 18 months, bro. They don't fight 3 times a year.
I mean-
you fight 3 times a year when you're a nobody. Then when they step you up, you fight once every 18 months. They hype you, and you fight one time, and you get no pay-per-view points, and they give you $500,000, and then whatever. Hopefully
you could be right. I don't.
I could be right. I am fucking right. I know the game, bro. Listen, my strength doesn't come from like even what I'm capable of in there. I know a lot more than a lot of these people
well, a lot of it is politics too.
understand. Bro.
Like here.
I get it.
Hang on. Oh, where's Sage Northcutt right now?
One FC.
That's my boy.
Is he?
He got more money from One FC.
That's your boy because you trying to wax that ass.
I did, but they
Yo.
wouldn't let me. That's another
Yo,
example.
Chris, as soon as this dude he stepped a pinky toe, and Chris is like, yes, please.
They
I
weren't
remember
having
watching this dude in the gym every day, like a fucking lying, licking his lips. Every time this dude would fight, I'd be next to him. He'd be like, oh, yeah.
I remember they were pushing.
Good performance, Sage.
They were pushing
You
James
fucking-
Vick too, and Wade was like, "I'll fight James Vick," and they were pushing him a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah.
I tried, dude. I tried so many angles.
Well, even an
I wasn't
aspect of it,
getting any.
like you said, Rich said, there's politics in this sport. A perfect example, we all know him, Iaquinta. Iaquinta spoke out against Reebok.
He's the only one that survived it, bro. Go
But-
back and
well,
look. Why did he
yeah.
survive it? Because
The
he
Diaz
had,
brothers,
Because
too.
of politics, Matt.
Diaz brothers, too, no?
They don't talk politics. They talk themselves. They talk a whole different
Yeah,
language
but they
that
talk
you
shit
don't
about
understand.
Dana, right?
Listen, they do it for. They talk on their own behalf. They don't talk on behalf of everybody that fights under. You know, I talk.
Yeah.
I speak on behalf.
Wade spoke on
I
behalf
try
of
to
everyone.
speak on behalf
Right.
of anyone who steps in there and risks it.
Iaquinta
Anyone with
did
a
the same
family.
thing.
And he did too. And the only reason he's the only one that survived it. If you go back and look, and he survived it because he had like 4 knockouts in a row.
Right.
He
He couldn't get cut.
Well, he also had Matt in his corner.
Matt was his coach.
They
Like,
put him
you're-
in a contract dispute for a
you're
minute.
not. They tried to.
Yeah.
They kept him out for a long time, and he went into real estate and he did his thing. And who knows what got said behind the scenes, bro? You don't know. We don't know. You don't know if phone calls got made like, "Yo, listen, that's my guy." You know, you got to understand. I have no idea. But
Yeah.
all I know is everyone else. There was the kid at my weight that had like the rap. There was the girl, Leslie.
Oh,
There
right.
was-
What's that guy's
Everybody
name?
that had something to say is gone.
What was that guy?
bro.
He
They're
didn't rap about
gone.
you?
Yeah,
Yeah, he rapped about me, but you know
I forget his name, but
that's like what Chael
he was
said.
like the Hawaiian kid
That's
or Asian, something
that's
like that.
promotion, bro, and I'm cool with that. But what I'm not cool with is that like his kid can't get medicine if he's sick. His kid
Right.
can't get treated if he's sick, and this dude's over here playing fucking $25,000 hands of
Well,
blackjack at the MGM.
Here's something that me and Menace have
that
spoken
guy's
about.
blood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They
And
need
he's-
to change the independent contract thing, and if they have you under contract and they're going to keep offering you fights and they keep you under contract when they offer you fights by whatever loophole they have, you guys should be paid a base. So you should get whatever, 50 grand a year without your fight
Yeah,
purse.
but I feel like so many motherfuckers are like, man, get like you see all these champions.
fuck a base.
As soon as a champion gets a title,
you know
he's
what
like,
I mean? Like you guys
I
deserve a
need
salary
surgery
on top of your purse.
Because the thing is, like,
You know what I
You
mean?
know what you're saying by a base. I'm talking about when he goes to work, his company matches his benefits that he puts away, and his company matches whatever he pays into his medical and his dental for his people. They're stealing everything.
Well, that's the landscape in MMA, right? Bellator has the same
Also,
thing.
also,
It's not
real
the
quick,
landscape
again,
in
playing
MMA
devil's
because
advocate.
The company that I fight
PFL's
for,
got
they're-
insurance?
No, they're giving away a lot of the money.
All the money, it seems, the PFL, yeah.
What do you mean? All right, so maybe they don't have all the insurance set up and everything yet because that takes time to figure out. But it's a meritocracy. It's based on who wins, not who's promoting the best, and it's based on they're giving an extreme amount of money away.
Yeah, I'm saying,
At
like,
the end of every
UFC
year.
is 80-20 or 81-19.
The champ is making more money than one of the other champs makes in a fight in the UFC if he's not a big time name or she is not a big time name.
Yeah, like the PFL.
You don't think so?
No,
I
no,
guarantee
million
it.
percent. The
Go check
PFL is
it.
paying money out.
Yeah, they are. That's
Yeah.
right. And
Wait.
that's why I don't care. They're in a different space. They're trying to do right by the fighters. They are the league to move forward with, and you're gonna see. Watch. Eventually, things are gonna change. Tides will change because you got to take care of people, man.
I think they slowly are a little bit.
Well, the thing is also like with like as an MMA fighter, what's the best promotion? Where do you want to be the best at? UFC is if you're the UFC champion, you're the best in the world.
I think that
And then sometimes there becomes a debate, maybe.
the landscape's slowly changing to where that is
Yeah.
changing, where you're not just
Yeah.
the best being in the UFC, but the UFC is considered still the big show.
Right.
Okay, so majority of like roster depth is there because of the name that they built over the years because they had
Right.
almost no competition, but that doesn't mean that they're doing right by anybody.
Hey, I
right.
couldn't agree with more with you.
And let me just say something because you're in a different place now. They fucked you too because you won 7 fights. You bled for them.
No,
you
I
went out on your shield for them. And what did they do? They looked in their little office and they said, "Nah, we got better promote." You had 7 fights in a row that you won at the highest level, and other guys can win 2 fights and get
I mean,
that
if we
fight.
could be real, we could say, no, we got this little Irish guy. That's who cut the line at that point.
2 fights.
No, I had
You won 7 fights
No,
in a
right.
row
The little
at the
Irish guy
highest
cut the
level.
line.
Come
I
on,
had
bro.
I had lost to
Nah.
What fight was the
Lamas.
Lamas fight? What number?
That was 8.
UFC 180.
That was number 8.
180. So yeah,
That was number 8. Yes.
That was fight 8.
Yeah.
Tell me he's got to win
I think Connor
7
had
fights.
2
Tell me
fights
who
at
has
that
to
time.
win 7 fights to get to it.
Yeah, it's
Who?
insane.
the only other
Who?
person was Tony Ferguson.
Okay,
that I
and what
know.
did he do to them?
Who?
Him.
Ferguson?
No, what did he do to them?
Dude,
Wrong.
who?
Mauled him.
Besides
his
get in
opponents?
there.
Mold
Who
Oh,
was
yeah.
the champ at the time? Aldo?
No, I'm saying
Right?
Aldo,
what did
and then
he
Aldo
do
was
wrong?
almost on hiatus at that point.
Right.
What did he do wrong?
Nothing.
Hey,
It was just a weird
we
land.
just
It was
hang
just
on, hang on.
politics.
No.
It was
Well,
just
yes,
money.
Hang on.
It was just
Chris, I
politics.
don't think you're wrong, but I went.
How about even the Jeremy Stevens fight? because now you have me ranting. I'm there cornering you. He misses weight by
5 pounds. 5 pounds.
5 pounds. They're like, oh, if Jeremy has to cut another half a pound, we're gonna call it off. He's not well. And then they basically, we're looking like, all right, fight's off. And they're like, nah, you gotta basically like.
No, they asked me.
Yeah, they asked you.
You know I don't give a fuck.
Bro.
I was like, I'm here to fight. I'm fucking him up. I don't care if he's 20 pounds over. I'm fucking his ass up.
And then he wins in the third round.
Well,
he's
hang on.
talking.
So we spoke about it, and it's he made more money missing weight
Yes.
than if he made weight and lost.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so broken.
Me and Greg thought about like a few fights. Not that I'd like.
They turned it all. That's why I love the PFL, bro. They turned it all into these one-off exhibitions that they choose. Whereas with the PFL, you got seeding, there's all this criteria, man, and that all plays into the end and how it unfolds. And then there's this drama.
They may market you a little bit differently off of, your following or whatever. But it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't mean you still can't make $1 million.
Oh yeah,
like it is what it is.
Man, I was getting. They were doing right by me, but very much. But it didn't mean I won the belt because obviously I didn't.
Yeah.
Right.
But you made way more with PFL than you did UFC.
Oh my god.
And you only did 2 fights with UFC or PFL, or 2 seasons.
Fights, 2 seasons. Yeah,
right.
It's not even close. Their whole thing is like. And that was almost embarrassing to me always. It was like people locally would be like, yo, you're in the UFC, so you made it, bro. Like, you must have made it.
Well, I mean, the market, like, that's what I'm saying.
Bro, the entry-level contract was 8-8, no benefits. You pay your own taxes. You pay for your other 2 coaches. Like, yo, this is a fugazi-ass league, bro. Like, but they're fronted like it's... it looks good.
Like it's the elite.
But it's got chrome on the outside.
Yeah.
But
and on the same
inside,
token, if you were to promote yourself using the UFC label, they can find you on it.
$50,000.
They'll flag that shit and get it taken down. Yeah.
Oh my.
It's like, so what are the pros to be in the UFC?
You could be Conor. You could be Ronda. It's possible. You could be Adesanya.
Well, that's why I said before. It's kind of like.
But if you're Dennis
playing the lottery
and you work really hard and you fight your balls off,
you could have the Menace and the Man show.
You could have the Menace and the Man show.
We will give you some good fights, but we will deny you.
Yeah.
Oh man, imagine this guy in a tournament, bro, like against those dudes in his prime.
Well,
like,
even and now here,
yo, Conor's got Dennis in the quarters. Guess where my money's going?
Yeah, the only example I can give to that.
Come on, the excitement would be insane.
The only other example I can give to that, and not to throw any shade, but like you were right there, and then you lost the Lamas fight. And that was maybe where they couldn't pump the brakes on you then because they should have given it to you, but then they didn't because you lost that fight.
Right.
Like they did it to Tony Ferguson too. Tony Ferguson just kept going.
I am also not Chris Wade. So, like, I was a 2-time section runner-up where, like, hey, win this one match, you go to States. Nobody has gone to States for my school since 86, and I was like, and I felt it before that Lamas fight. Hang on, how many times has Dana White and Lorena Fertitas come to your corner?
What?
Nah. Hang on, no. Come to your locker room, before your fight.
They use people, bro. My first fight.
They came to my corner and they're like, hey, good luck. And I was like, oh, this is it.
Yeah.
I have to win.
Yeah.
And I was like,
my first.
We're also at fucking 2 miles high in Mexico.
Yeah, that's not where you want to be at. My first fight, I mashed the dude and I choked him unconscious in like a minute.
Right, they retweeted it.
And he met me before I even made it to my locker room and gave me a hug.
Dana.
Yeah, in the
corridor,
whatever that is, as you walk down. That's how you start a card. Blah blah blah.
That's right.
The second fight was like you were cornering me in Boston on the McGregor card. It was full of fouls. I got kneed like 4 times. It was mostly a grappling match. I tried to say what's up to him. He snubbed me, bro, and I was like, yo, this dude is like all about.
Well, so for you, like we spoke about how I was raised by my father. and how you were with your father, like, I'm like, okay, Dana, I'll prove it to you next. Like, that's the way I was raised. Like, Dana, not good enough. Okay, I'll do better. I'll try
it was
better.
Like an extension of that.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That
Holy
you're perfect
shit.
for him.
Holy shit.
Yeah. You're perfect.
What more? Okay.
You need more. Yeah. Okay, boss. And I'm.
Wow, this just clicked now.
Bro, I've always said that. They definitely promoted Chris Wade wrong. Because even I thought you were like the Brian Stan. Like you,
Well, no.
you have that similar look, like the strong
Hang on,
jawline. They had something they should have marketed there.
Is there a Chris Wade cam only?
No.
I want to do.
There's Dennis and Chris Wade
Okay.
cam.
Who's better looking? Put who's the guy I was talking before?
Sage Northcutt. I'm going to put Sage Northcutt on your face.
On my face, Chris looks straight over this camera. Who's better looking?
What do you mean?
I think you're.
Oh, I thought you were about to do some.
Well, no, what I'm saying, no,
Bro,
we'll
like
do
they
it
should
later.
have. Yeah,
We'll
they
do it
should have.
later.
But they had that like weird karate. He was on the cover of like Karate magazine at 5 years old.
No, bro, it was Instagram followers at that point. It was social media followers.
Well,
Then-
hang on.
Then the game started changing again.
His
And
following didn't go up till after the Contender series.
yeah, but things started getting based off of that then too.
No,
If
he
you were
was
in that,
he was
they-
looking for a fight.
They
Sage
were,
Northcutt.
yeah, they
Like
were,
the first episode,
they
second
were
episode.
invested in you because now they spent production money on you. So now they were invested, and his response to that first show was amazing. So he became. I mean, listen, they figured that out eventually.
Chris, you should have been doing more ab shit.
More ab workouts.
Now, I think you should start now. Tomorrow.
More abs. Yeah, what the? I don't know what I should.
Well, his father was also a drug smuggler. Right?
Who? Sage Northcutt?
Yeah.
Is he really?
No, did his dad get fucking...
I thought his dad was like a karate guru. Or
No, his
something.
dad almost did jail time for like...
I got a good story. I was supposed to help him get ready for a fight.
That's right.
Yeah, his dad hit me up. He called me, and then like 15 seconds into the conversation, he's like, "Hey, my dad's gonna call you, all right?" I was like, "What?" And he hung up. He's like, "Yeah." Hung up the phone with me, and his dad hit me up. They wanted me to come out and help him get ready for somebody.
A wrestler.
That was a wrestler. And then they must have realized that I was campaigning to fight him for a while. And it, like the day before I was supposed to fly out, he said he got sick. And they canceled all the shit. I was going to stay at his house.
Oh, I was with
You were going to stay at his house.
I was going
Hang
to
on.
stay at his house.
Me and you were at the...
I mean, bro, he's the nicest kid, man.
Me
His
and you were
family's
the first-
So nice. They're awesome. But I was just trying to... That was just the fight game at the time. I was just trying to take out somebody that
Right.
had a lot of...
Like Chael was saying.
juice.
A lot of steam.
Yeah.
Aware,
I was-
when, what,
I was
what,
starting
why.
to figure it out. Like, all right, I got it. Like, you gotta.
And you had a one guy. You didn't have a full game plan. You're like, this guy I'll be made off of him.
I would have had definitely a big name stomping him at the time.
So it wasn't it was the first UFC summit where they sent us out in groups, not as a whole
Yeah,
unit.
yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm with Chris Wade. I'm like, dude, dope. We're having a sick time in Vegas. Me and you, they flew us out here. We're like, we were in the same room, right? We were like close. So take us to dinner. It's me, Chris Wade, Michael Johnson. Sage comes. Hang on, with his father. At the time, he's like 19,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
maybe 20.
We went to that movie together.
Yeah, but they take us out to dinner, the first like kind of open ceremony, if you will. And they were setting the UFC roster in groups of like 30, 40.
Yes.
And then me and Chris were the same group. Michael Johnson with us. We're at one table. Sage and his father are at the next table. Michael Johnson's like, watch this. Because Sage had so much like momentum behind him, he's like, fuck that guy.
He put shots for him, right?
He's like, he's in my weight class. Watch this. He tells the waitress, comes over. He's like, hey, see those two guys over there? She's like, those two guys? Like, yeah, the blonde, puffy hair. He's like, give them both shots on me. So Michael Johnson gets shots for all of us. There's like 4 of us. Sends 2 shots over there. The lady's like, hey, this is from that gentleman over there. Points to Michael Johnson. He's like, hey. Puts his thing up, and Sage's dad's like, well, first Sage is like, I can't drink. I'm not 21. And he's like, nah, you can do it. Michael John's like, nah, you can do it. And then Sage's dad's like, Sage's dad's a real one.
Yeah.
Take it, son.
Yeah.
I think Sage's dad
He OG'd it.
knew what the fuck was up.
Yeah.
He knew another UFC guy was trying to fucking punk him.
Yep.
Take it, son. He did. You know?
Yeah.
But that was awesome.
I remember that.
Because me and Chris like...
Yeah, they were riding him that night.
Yeah, Michael Jones like, I'll fight him right here. Fuck that fucking white boy.
I feel real bad that he went over to one and like
Got his eye socket broken.
and that
What?
and they matched him up with that dude right away. Man.
Hang on.
That was right.
Chris, what? Do you know how much they were paying him?
No, I just feel bad that like that was the I like him, bro. Like
Okay,
I
I don't care. But for that amount of money,
if you went over there and for that amount of money and that happened to you too, I would still feel bad for you. He's not like a close friend of mine, but he's a really nice kid.
yeah,
no matter
but that's
how you slice it.
I don't
And-
care. That's how this it like when I watch football.
I know.
I want people
like,
to get
you put him in
fucking paralyzed.
You put him. No, that's fucked up.
I know.
You put him in a ring.
That's what I want to see, though.
You put him in a ring against like a pro kickboxing champion how many times over, and he gets his eye broken.
We
like that.
all know the potential.
Yeah.
Don't sign the fucking
know.
contract.
No, I know, man. Listen, man. I've been in there 20 some odd times professionally. I'm a veteran at this point. I get it. I understand what you're saying. He did sign it. He's not crying about it. I just think they could have done more right by him on his first.
You mean
fight there.
hang on, whoa,
Flying over.
whoa.
to
You think
overseas.
they could have made more money off of him?
No, I just think they could have given him a more fair, like first match,
better matchup.
than that
Yeah.
guy right away.
Him
That's
being
like,
a stand-up fighter, they gave
that's
him
like-
like a grown man stand-up fighter, like
They
a
gave
fucking
him, like-
badass.
He's a veteran. He's at the time. He's a veteran UFC fighter.
Yeah.
whatever, man. You know he's young, dude. You're playing like the devil's advocate. I get it.
Yeah, I went the opposite side of
Yeah,
you.
it's
Every
alright.
time you go somewhere, I go the
Yeah,
opposite side.
it's cool. I just think he's like. I
I disagree.
If you sign the dude, what
Listen,
are
if
you doing?
you're-
You're trying to build him up. You're not signing him to get him washed. You're signing him to try to make
Him into a
Some-
superstar.
Is there
Out of
any?
him over
hang
there.
on. Is there any chance? So, how you felt about him when you would watch him in the UFC? You're like, fuck, this guy fucking sucks. Like this guy, he's a piece of shit. Is there any chance there's like an Asian dude like this guy fucking sucks? Watch, I get his face broken. I get him over here with this much money. Get his face broken.
Maybe.
No.
No, I think one is
Okay.
actually very fair and a good promotion.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think
that
they're
was the
actually
case
part
at
of the help. Like I think the PFL and one, the way one does the weight cutting and shit, they're the ones that are actually changing the landscape a
Listen,
little bit.
it's unfortunate.
I
hang
agree
on,
with the
I
weight
don't
cutting.
feel bad. I think it's unfortunate. But hang on, at the end of the day, that motherfucker fought how many less times than you and I,
Yeah, and he was making 80 and
and
80.
probably made way more than you.
He
and
was
I.
making 80 and 80, I believe.
Yeah.
Right before he went to 1FC.
Yeah, and I heard he was making like.
But
I saw an interview like,
that's-
how much you make over there? Like, I don't want to say.
But that's on
Probably similar.
that's on the ownership and what they
All right,
decide to dole
Chris.
out. That's not on the kid.
Chris.
He's taking as much as he can take, and his dad's taking as much as they're willing to give him. That's on them not building a meritocracy and doing this like Instagram following BS. Like you see it now, bro. Everyone's copying him. They're continuing to copy him. You have people whose IQ are borderline like they shouldn't even be left home alone, fighting, tattoos everywhere. And like I have tattoos, but like they're just trying to copy a certain thing that worked probably 5 years back, but they're not from that country. They don't have the same sting. When you're from America, it's just a dime a dozen, man. We have pro football teams, pro baseball teams, pro.
Yo, smack Stan real quick.
Why? Because I'm yawning?
Yeah.
No. You just yawned right before me.
No, I didn't.
There's video evidence.
All right, pull it up.
Well, we'll look back on it.
It's there's a lot of factors being an American athlete compared to a foreign athlete or female athlete that's breaking barriers. It's not the same.
Well, even that.
I agree.
Like I've always said it on this show, if this is the NFL,
Like if
MMA, you guys are still in leather helmets.
Like if John Jones
Yes,
was like,
we're in leather helmets.
Yeah.
We're getting paid. You know, we're working salesman job, and people don't see that, man. And one of my goals in my life is to shine a light on that and change that.
Yeah. Like Blaine Shutt. We just had him on here.
If Blaine Shutt can make the money he's supposed to in 2030, I'll feel so good.
Hang on. He's
Bro.
he's a pro fighter. Like,
This is something,
good dude. He can't be a pro fighter like pro boxers just box, right? Most of them.
Yeah. All
Are there
of them.
pro boxers doing like
Chris Algieri.
UPS jobs?
No, he's saying like Chris Algieri's a nutritionist.
I mean, that's because he's just smart.
No, if you, I saw him post something on his stories the other day. He said he was.
He doesn't have to.
He was in debt and working full time until he became a world champion. So until he beat Provodnikov and actually made money, and that was 21 fights in, he was still working.
I just think the combat sport game in general, whether you're a wrestler, a jiu-jitsu guy,
It's
a boxer, an MMA fighter, like unless you're like among the elite, you kind of have to work a side job.
It's
huh?
not the elite. It's the elite under the perception of like marketing.
Yeah,
And under
I can contest to that.
Under the perception of what someone else can make off of you.
Yeah, but you
It's not
obviously
the
can't.
elite.
You
and
can't.
boxing's a little different
you
because it's not a
can't be a-
sport league. UFC is a league.
You can't be a schlep
No,
and
not a schlep, but you can't make an honest, like, good, long living being like a nice, humble, good, hardworking fighter. You have to do like brandish, outlandish. You gotta. You have to.
I tried Menace tube, didn't work.
You tried a lot of stuff, man. I give it. No, seriously. Though.
I'm saying, hey, this show still trying.
I'll give it to you.
Menace
though.
once snorted G Fuel on Twitch, and he snorted G Fuel on this show as well. You know Vinny the Chin?
Yeah.
We had
so
Vinny the
funny.
Chin on the show.
Yeah, he's got his picture over here.
It's
right?
wild.
Signed.
Oh, yes, he's a wild guy. He's a wild cat.
But we could sit here and do this all night.
Yeah.
Another
Yeah,
thing
let's
that
wrap
even
it.
we're trying to do, Wade, with our amateur shit that we're doing is I want to pay guys
You
better
just
than
set
they're
me
getting
up
paid.
To have a submission fight with Dana White. Isn't
Oh
that
no,
what
no.
you're
So
saying?
We'll
no.
put it out there.
Yeah.
We'll put it out there.
Put it out there.
We'll
Tell him
slide
I'll-
in his
Tell him I'll
DMs.
donate it all to charity. As many views as it gets on YouTube when he goes unconscious, I will donate the whole entire thing to charity.
Okay, I'm into that. What if we can only get Joe Silva though, and we can't get Dana?
I will choke him with one arm.
Oh, we'll tape one arm. I like that.
I'll tape one. For
That's
him.
awesome.
He's a little guy.
Well, I mean, being a union worker, lineman, I use electric 2-inch electric tape, so you can't get out.
I don't think you'll get a response from either of those.
Oh, no chance.
That's something we're trying to do though.
You're
With
too strong,
what we're
Chris.
doing is we're trying to pay these. We're something I tell everyone that I try to book on it. I want you to take the offer I give you and go to these other amateur promotions and tell them another show offered me this. Match
So,
it, or
say
I'm
it.
going to them.
What is the offer?
I'm not going to say the offer. I'm just saying whatever
Why?
the offer is. Because why
Why?
would I say the offer? I'm saying in general. That's what even fighters should do.
What
I
are you
want
talking about?
I want fighters to go to
Saying
other
in general, that
amateur
there should be
promotions.
More of a.
amateurs, especially if they're fighting pretty much a pro rule set.
Why don't you throw out what percentage of the ticket sales we're giving the amateurs?
Because I don't want to.
No, we want them to come here.
More than anyone else.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it. We're offering performance bonuses. We're offering ticket comms, and we'll pay you
Changes
So
a percentage.
kind of like Best Buy, they can be like, well, hey, this promotion should give me this. We're like, all right, we'll match it.
Yeah. Well, you keep ruining my plug. Like, why do you like? I don't want to give out the numbers. Maybe people get different numbers.
Because if no one's gonna beat it, what do you mean?
Nobody's going to beat it, but I'm saying, or they're going to match it. But maybe I'm giving people different numbers. So if I say one number now, it's going to be like,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's a promoter already.
No. Oh, it's all higher than everybody's. And the only reason why, the only thing that I will give anyone a different rate is I have people coming from like PA or Delaware, and I'll say,
Right.
oh, if you can sell tickets in our state, I'll
okay.
give you a
Yeah.
little bit more.
Yeah,
But
that
if
makes sense.
But if a New York fighter hears that, they're gonna be like, no, I want that too. It's like, all right, I guess we can go there, but and even literally, I'm trying to pay them as much as I possibly can.
Stan, when's the fight?
April 11th,
Where is it?
Melrose Ballroom,
What's it called?
the New York Combat Championships. And we're hopefully going to get Chris Wade. We'll definitely get Chris Wade in the audience. We're going to have a...
Tag team. Me and Ryan Petrovich. No. He's not gonna be.
Do you want Ryan or you want me?
I want you. He's not gonna be available.
I'll be wild. Is he fighting close to that?
I'm gonna be in fight camp at that time, actually.
Well, that's another thing I was going to ask. So you
I mean, this is a warm up then for you.
yeah.
I mean, come out.
Well, worst case, I got a batch of tickets for Chris Wade, the DFW crew. We want them all in the building. Come hang out. Come enjoy the show. And then if we could find something for Chris Wade.
So, listen, we're super deep into the episode, right? Obviously, do not cut this part and plug it on Instagram, what I'm thinking. But if you guys are watching here at home, right, and you see this, you're like, oh, my God, this is going to happen. So, I'm in a suit, right? Chris, it's like Chris versus two people. Like, Chris needs a tag team partner. Can anyone help him? Then I stand up, I rip off my suit. It's a fucking rip away. And I'm already in my fight gear. I fucking step in. I'm like, I got you, dude.
Yes. And then we start to change the game. Because we do what's his name did, and we steal from Vince McMahon.
Oh, my gosh.
Every step of the way.
You realize, Chris, I've given Menace this idea to keep it secret, like we might do it on April 11th.
Hey, we're super.
And he gave it to you. He gave it to Jessica Penne. He's like throwing this out every week.
We're super deep into this episode.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know.
I gotta go. I gotta roll.
Yeah.
Well, we'll chop it up and clip it, but April 11th.
Do not chop this up. Maybe after me and Chris submit somebody, chop this up and clip it.
And be like, oh, it was in the
Told
workings
you.
all along.
Told you.
Okay, I like that. So, Chris Wade, thank you for joining us.
Yep.
Dennis the Menace, Stan the Man.
I'm thinking about getting really seriously into competitive jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You should, and it should
There's
start
good
April
money
11th.
in it. Like, Chris, remember how many wrestling matches you used to wrestle growing up?
Yeah.
Like every other weekend. Imagine you got paid for each one.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking about it.
Like whether it was $200, $1,000, $5,000, $500. I mean, it's just like
it's not as grueling as the fights, and you don't have.
you're
to cut
doing
as
it
much weight.
anyways weekly.
And you can talk just as much smack.
If you lose, whatever.
Like we had Gilbert Burns on, and he was like, "Oh, you're gonna pay me money and
he's
not
so
get me
good.
punched in the face
Yeah.
all day. I'll take it."
Yeah.
But he
He's the
still got
man.
fight. So.
No,
Yeah.
he has to go corner Luke.
Yeah.
We were gonna have Gilbert come
Love
compete
those
for
guys,
us,
man.
Yeah.
I love those guys.
but now it looks like we're segueing into Chris Wade and Ryan Petrovich tag team match. So
No, he said Dennis Bermudez, dude.
Oh, Ryan's gonna be out. Hurt his shoulder.
yep, and then they'll be like, "Oh, well,
Is he
his
not
partner."
fighting in the ROC here?
Well, even that, his partner can't make it, and then it'll be like,
Bro.
Oh, so right now it's Chris Wade and Ryan Petrovich.
"Yep." And then it'll be like, what is Dennis going to do? Or what is Chris going to do? He's going to have to go against two people.
He
And
signed up with Ryan. Oh, we'll have Ryan show up in a sling. Man.
And then instead of a
Talk about WWE.
Instead of a Superman emblem, when you rip it off, you have a Great South Bay emblem. Or something like that.
I was thinking of Menace album, but I'll take Great South Bay.
You could have Menace on your ass because you're going to be taking people down. That's what the camera will say.
Bet your ass I will.
Yeah. We're working here. So episode 65. Thank you again, Chris, for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Menace.
Well, see you later.